apologize for the delay. Had to get some server stuff figured out, but we are ready to rock. Mirage going to be our first map. This is Leader 1's map choice. I am Sprawl, joined as always by the one and only Laser Jesus. And I'm really excited to see how this goes. We got Odurus fresh on the Woosah lineup. We saw him on Nexus very recently and literally had a performance so good he decided to roster hop and find a new lineup. So we'll see how he does here.
This is reminiscent of what we initially were impressed by this guy. He was here on Mirage, and it was a big question of mine coming into this match. Can he consistently do what he did before? And so far, the answer is yes. And he's not done peeking here at middle. Now getting flanked. Oh, he thinks there's a boost mid? Wow.
Yeah.
But I like the setup by Woosah. There's still 2 at ticket.
Yeah, so 2 at CT spawn. Fox going to take down Jacob. Huynh taking a lot of damage here. Check as well on the catwalk. Yeah, he does find one from triple, but his position obviously known at this point. And with 6 hit points, gotta hit heads. Not gonna happen though. 1v... Oh, actually, Huynh did take down Fox there. So 1v2 with a kitten hen. Huynh, again, hunting for heads.
Yeah, he can't take much damage here. He does have the kit, but Leader 1 aren't peeking in this situation. He does spot out one. Oh, I juked myself out. I thought he saw one near stairs, but now he's going to push the guy into Palace. He's trying to pre-fire, but no, the guy doesn't peek at all. Oh, he lets off a shot, so at least Huynh will know one is there. But Leader 1, this is exactly how you want to play the situation. Don't give Huynh anything to work with. This is one of the big problems of NACS, is over-peeking. And in that situation, the guy, Halls, didn't even peek when, who is it in the 1-on-2? Huynh was pushing him. And had he not even shot, Huynh would guarantee think that spot is clear.
Yeah, definitely. Very smart maneuver there. And, well, Leader 1 going to pick up a pretty critical pistol round. And it was quite funny seeing Odurus in jungle thinking that he was getting shot from behind. But it was indeed someone from Palace chipping away at him. And that was kind of the start of the round for Leader 1. But to be fair, Odurus did get that pick in middle. It was a nice tap.
Speaking of Odurus as well, this is his 3rd team within a month. So if he does really well here... Because I'm thinking every team he gets on is like, well, these guys aren't good enough for me. So what's the next step up for Odurus? I want to see that 4th team in 1 month.
Right. Just keep that ride going. Well, we got Yay going down early. Going to be via Josh BM. Nice frag from him from middle. Huynh actually makes it into Palace. I don't know. Well, the bomb's actually rotating back. Even though they've got Charges running into the B bomb site, will be taken down by Check. Now heading back into A. Huynh did give up his positioning inside of Palace. Got players on all directions. Fox very low. Goes down 1 shot from Huynh. I was thinking Josh BM might fall similarly, but it'll be flash step rather, taking down Huynh and Check 1v3 with the MAC-10.
And flash step how long has he been playing for Leader 1? I mean, it makes me think he's a backup. I mean, I didn't know that he was playing again if he is currently active on the Leader 1 roster. Perhaps you can get some, or you have more insight than me on that.
He did play at the MLG minor with them, so I assume that he's definitely on the roster to stay, more than likely, as everybody that played in that MLG minor, if you did end up making it through, you had to stay with that roster.
Okay.
So, like Obey, for example, decided to take a forfeit simply due to that. He didn't want to play with a sub. So yeah, I do believe he is going to be playing on their team and moving into the next season for everything else. I think he's one of their main guys.
Well, that's nice to see the Hollywood Corey Parks playing again. He's always been kind of wishy-washy with real-life commitment and even his own commitment. So it's nice to see him back. It definitely could be a huge entry fragging rifler. Really could fill all roles. Might even see him bust out an AWP. But 2-0 here for Leader 1. 5-man A-stack from Woosah. No nades, so there's not going to be any preliminary indications to Leader 1 that there is a stack over here towards the A side. And Woosah even has Palace control. How far do they push, though? They might give away their stack, and indeed they do. And I thought that was going to result in at least 1 kill for Woosah.
Yeah, we'll see Fox get dropped down fairly low, but Check will win the duel versus Virtus. So, at the very least, he'll grab a Goldil, but Flash Step was waiting for him inside a T-spawn. Luckily, he reroutes back into the Palace itself. And if you can make this any more expensive, considering their buy, would be fantastic. We'll drop a smoke from behind and actually... So going to push a T-side smoke. Oh, Josh BM just spraying into said smoke. Takes down Check. Can't get anything more for his efforts. And Leader 1 up 3-0 on the T side. But First rifle round underway, and Odaris does have plenty to pick up that op.
Now we get some questions answered even more. We saw a pistol round. He's willing to peek it. And I guarantee he's going to do it again. Versus Nexus. Nexus was really thrown off by his aggression with his AWP at mid. A smoke was not enough to make Odaris relinquish his position. We're going to see it again. Oh, he misses his first one. And he's going to re-peek. This guy is super aggressive. He might even go for another one. Where's the op? Virtus does have the AWP. He is at mid. Odaris got off a few free shots there. Definitely could have been punished.
Yeah, that was fairly huge whiffs there from Odaris, and like you had stated, not punished at all. I think that they were flashing in the middle, and that prevented Virtus from finding his shot towards window. I'm thinking that that was the case, but nonetheless, 5 in middle for the T side. Virtus going to head back and grab the bomb. Where is he going to rotate back to? Looking towards T spawn, making sure nothing's going on there. They do have a boost into window. So that's pretty big positioning here for Leader 1. Josh, see how sneaky he can be. Odaris, I don't know if he's wise to the fact he's looking up towards ladder, but this could be huge from Josh.
Yeah, if Odaris goes down, this will be a huge frag. Josh just trying to find the right timing. If Odaris can somehow pick up this kill, it'll alleviate a whole lot of pressure onto the rest of the A players. He's looking back. I'm actually going to go into CT spawn now that A take begins. They still have a player working up catwalk of B, so if you're Woosah, this is really confusing. You don't know what's going on in this situation until the bomb is seen. Josh BM with a flank onto Odaris. Hwin, the only player left in Leader 1's T side. At least their first gun round is looking extremely calculated. Once they got that mid player up into window, he didn't peek. He gave so much time. It was Virtus who looked like he made the call or something, but he was with the bomb, rotated all the way around to A stairs, and that's when the peek came from Josh BM when they were ready to take A, and then it's just a collapse from there on.
Yeah, really cool stuff. And yeah, like you were highlighting, Josh playing so patient. It wasn't until he heard Odaris rotate out to market and then essentially head back once the A take was underway. Then he decided to basically hold that angle on the crawl space, and yeah, Odaris couldn't do anything about that. So Woosah going to be dropping the first rifle round here, 4-0. And Jacob, he will not be able to keep his weapon either. So Leader 1, great start for them. They keep 3 alive. Josh BM is 8-0 right now. He's got $12,000. Fox going to go ahead and pick up a MAC-10, see if they can improve that economic lead. But yeah, Woosah, considering, honestly, if you're Odaris, that is a fantastic opening in that you had all the chances in front of you, but unfortunately did not live up to the expectation, at least on that round. So we'll see how this continues.
Yeah, he whiffed 2 of them, and he wasn't missing any of them in the last match I seen versus Nexus. Now for the next gun round of Woosah, we'll see how much they can pick up this one, try to deal some of that economic damage. So far, none. The next gun round for Woosah, how do you adapt to that Leader 1 style? And it's not like you have any indication that Leader 1's going to do it again. They can easily go for just a hard A take while you're trying to adapt to mid. Say Woosah want to do a mid collapse of their own and maybe send 3 there. Leader 1 have so many options, and what Leader 1 did, they sent 5 middle. I'm usually critical of that when you send 5 mid, because if it goes so well, you don't have as much leeway to just hit a bomb site immediately without someone, say, in apartments or palace or stairs or something like that. But they were so patient, they rotated the guys all the way back when they already got the mid boost. So even if Woosah had a bunch of members there, Leader 1 probably would have had more. But very aggressive mid control again by Leader 1.
You can see a double op look here on the CT side, so Hwin picking it up this time around. They're playing the extremities, though. No mid presence. So Odaris pushing up in B at the moment. And then you got Hwin holding an angle from CT spawn. So I'm going to keep my eyes on Odaris here. To be fair, check, though, might experience some damage. Actually finds Josh BM towards underpass through that smoke. So that's a nice heads-up play from him. And he gets out of there. No real damage dealt. Odaris, aggressive. What a whiff! Flash step with the bomb. That would have been massive. And that's the whole reason he's pushing up, is to try and pick someone off in that kind of form. But we'll hold that thought as Jacob is at B.
Odaris' consistency's looking really off at this point. I was wondering, was this guy ever going to crack? He keeps going up in terms of like team levels, but doesn't seem to affect him. Now, maybe nerves are getting to him. Or maybe he's just off. Quinn, 1-on-2. Oh, there goes Char. Flash step. Looking for timing to plant the bomb. But now he knows Win at any moment can push up on him whenever flash step cues the beeps.
So Win just biding his time, 30 seconds. We'll spot him out. Flash step trying to find a cheeky angle. But in the end, it will be Woosah. So they survive, and with one member. And we'll see what kind of... Does Quinn drop this to Odaris? That's my question. All right, it will. So they've got the confidence. To be fair, they haven't played with him too long, so I'd like to see that kind of confidence in him. Yeah, he didn't do great in that last round, but see if he can perform a little bit better here. Again, though, that's a situation where he kind of put himself in a spot that's exactly what you're hoping for at that spot, and it didn't pan out.
Oh, that's a free kill for an Opera in that situation. Close range, it's really hard to whiff, even if you're forced to no-scope in that spot. But Leader 1 dealing with the Woosah push. It looked like the Woosah push was on 2 fronts, unless they both pushed Palace. But now Odaris, can he save the day? 2 more coming up the stairs, 1 already close. Char lurking. This could be the game changer.
He's just waiting inside of the smoke. Jacob goes down. Odaris will be spotted. Can't land the shot either. Char with an immediate headshot, and this is worst case scenario. You've got Czech left all alone, 1v3. He doesn't have a kit. He's at the opposite bomb site to the bomb. And yeah, they won 1 round. Gonna lose the one thereafter. Back on the saves.
And Odaris, when I saw him playing against Nexus was kind of shook by him. We spoke to Drone, or at least I did, and it's kind of tilting when an Opera is not hitting any shots, and you're just wondering, can this guy ever miss? He's on fire, then it can start affecting your play. But Leader 1, unaffected by that, and Odaris is not hitting any of his shots. And if you're putting yourself in those roles, you have to hit the shots, because you're overextending with the AWP already, and if you miss, you're going to get punished, especially by a team with the shots like Leader 1.
Looks like Czech will pick up an op, so it's a decent victory in that regard, but 6-1. Not a good score line to start things off for the CT side in Woosah. And yeah, take a look at this. They will drop that op over to Odaris, so again, having the confidence in him. But he needs to have a massive round.
That's why he's here.
Exactly, right? So they're giving him all the chances they can, really. And he did find, I believe, 1 in that last round. That was Fox that went down in Palace. But to be fair, the way that he killed Fox was in Palace. He jumped across just a little crack peek. And I feel like last time we were seeing Odaris hit the shots where initially you would see him. He took down Fox on the second peak there. And it looked like Fox did have good intel on his positioning. But swift shot nonetheless. See what happens next here. Odaris waiting for someone to come up underpass here with the Zop.
And if he can bring that player down, divert his attention over towards the A side, that'd be huge. But the timing of Josh BM is so good. Odaris is going to turn away right when Josh BM is beginning to execute, but Odaris does get 1, looking for the second into Palace. He is the difference maker this round, but he needs to hit some more, and Josh BM, again with the timing. His timing has been impeccable so far. We saw it on the first gun round. We see it now, taking out the only rifle in the hands of Woosah.
Yeah, Josh is being a huge player for the Leader 1 side at the moment. Then, if you highlight how he could have, in theory, just say, for example, he missed time things, pushed up underpass first and foremost before that A take really takes place. So Odaris takes him down, and then, like you had stated as well, kind of puts his focus back on A. But instead, Josh just hangs out, lets some action go down inside of A before pushing up, and then he gets a freebie. Odaris with his back turned on the stairs. And Leader 1 continue their lead. Win looking for the deagle in middle. Can't find it. And just a mid-crunch here from Leader 1. No one towards a ramp. Just again, going to take that preliminary mid-control, and Fox looking to increase that economic damage, or economic advantage, rather. Yet again, he's got the UMP this time. He's just cycling through them, right? Trying to give each SMG the chance to shine. Went with the MAC-10 last time. Gonna go with that armor pen now.
All right, speaking of Chi, it's going to be 8-1 for Leader 1, and I would like Woosah to try a mid-crunch. You know Odaris loves to peek, and he'll continue to peek even when it might not be the best of situations. So give him support from Catwalk and the connector. Problem being, Leader 1 has often been hitting A, but they haven't been doing it that quickly in the round. So I think Woosah could get away with that and still have players in the bomb sites whenever Leader 1 would decide to execute. But the frequency that Leader 1 is going middle and at least attempting mid control, it's worth a shot because they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, trying to make something work from a ramp. Does take down Flash Step, AK in hand. Finishes Josh BM. Looking for Virtus as well. Playing behind triple. He does not have a kid, and Virtus just going to drop him out. That should secure the round, even though he goes down. Ooh, he finds a tight corner, though. Char might not recognize.
Complete the spam.
Oh my god, yay, with 4 seconds remaining. Ninja. Char, get that job done. He sticks the full defuse. I can't. Yay. What a madman.
There's a lot of 5-second ninjas out there, Chad, but the 10-second ninja clan, it's unheard of. It doesn't, they don't have to come out. But that time, when you commit yourself to the spam, if you don't hit it, well then 10 seconds is way too long. I can't believe that. I haven't seen one of those in a very, very long time.
Considering that box is spammable as well, again, Char just 1 bullet away from finding him. But just can't find his mark, and man, that Molotov as well. Virtus must have... I'm sure the call came out. Molotov the bomb. He's probably not on it, but he definitely continued to stick it and found his tight, neat little corner there. So anyhow, moving forward, we got Jacob picking up a frag on Catwalk. And that's exactly what we need from Woosah. They need to build off the momentum that... there's no way you have a round go that way and then you don't feel anything afterwards. Woosah are going to be in happy mode here, as they find that early frag in the round as well, following it up. And we'll see if Leader 1 can put something on the board, on the field, to bring things back.
Even though Leader 1's down a player, their positioning is really strong. That mid presence of Verdi, and then they'll have Josh BM coming on the delayed flank. They might just do a 2-2 crunch. But despite the deficit, I really like Leader 1's odds. They could just make it around the op of Odaris. It goes down. And now, Woosah limited to the ticket booth as well as Dark Spot. And Verdi grabs another one, down to just Ye. Ye did create the miracle last time, but he's going to need another one. There's so many T's enveloping around the A-bomb site. Josh BM, again, on that lurk, has been crushing.
Indeed he has, and Ye and Jacob left to try and salvage the round. Spray going towards triple. Jacob does drop Josh, so 2-on-2, but positioning known here. Ye looking for the rotation, heading back towards jungle. This could work out. Fox is actually playing the triple box, completely vulnerable to jungle. So that could create the 2-on-1. Certainly should here as Ye slowly moves on up, finds the spray down. Flash step now from Tetris. Both players on that CT side very low. Only a couple bullets to make the difference here. First one goes the way of Flash step. Ye didn't initially recognize where the player was firing from, but did flick back towards ramp. Can't find it though. Flash step with the clutch, and Woosah back on the saves.
Couldn't have worked out better for Flash Step there, the way the first and second player peaked. And that's crushing for Woosah. I mean, now it begs the question, I mean, can we only win rounds via flukes like that? So far, Leader 1's been crushing us on the easier side, and now a switch of pace on the anti-ecos. We haven't seen this look yet out of Leader 1. It's a really risky play, but since Leader 1 haven't been going fast A ever, the chances of Woosah predicting and being able to nade stack that quite low. So I like that. We're probably not going to see it again out of Leader 1 either. Now Woosah with just 2 rounds loss bonus, looking over at the money. Odaris only has 1,500. So the money's in shambles now for Woosah. If they want to buy, one of their players is going to have to sacrifice utility to get that op in the hands of Odaris, if that's what their plan is. But really, it hasn't been all that impactful, and he's had his chances.
Yep, so only 2 rounds still. We'll get that op back onto the field. Odaris, I'm sure, again, finding that into his hands. T side.
I think a lot of people might be confused why we're mentioning Odaris all this much.
Could be, yeah. If you guys missed it, we had a matchup not too long ago. Again, he was in the Nexus lineup, and made a pretty damn good performance. Mostly due to Odaris again, but anyhow, he's moved on to this lineup since then. Not having the same impact that we maybe suspected he would. To be fair, new on the lineup. Jacob takes down Virtus. 1v2. Trying to find a third. We'll find Fox. Josh, though, with the immediate trade. Nice play there. And Leader 1, double digits.
Leader 1 doubled down on going fast A, making me eat my words. I didn't expect it. Woosah didn't expect it. They had enough numbers to deal with it, though. But going there for the first time, rushing A on an eco, and then following it up with another A rush. Really hard stuff to predict, and now Woosah, they just gotta bet it. Try to win out from here on, and their answer is the triple scout setup. I don't know if this is the best of ideas. Maybe 2 max, I guess, on Mirage. There's middle, maybe ticket booth, connector. They're going to go double scout at mid. Leader 1, now they've just completely fallen off of their mid aggression. Now they haven't done it in a little while. So if you're Woosah, how do you predict what you're going to see next out of this offense?
Check looking for the jumper here. He will tag up Fox. Virtus gets taken down by a scout on the opposite bomb site. Check. Looking for a little bit more. Lots of tags coming in. Josh finds himself the only one at full hit points. And scratch that now as he gets in that duel versus win. But Odaris, nice shot. Taking down Josh. But he's going to find himself alone as Ye dropped by Flash Step. And Flash Step coming up with a flank here. Odaris doesn't have a kit, so waiting for this, although... Could definitely find the frag. He's running out of Flash Step. This is so smart from him. As he knows that Odaris probably knows that he's coming up from behind, and he'll just wait.
Yeah, Flash Step always been an extremely smart player throughout the years. And he might even flank around predicting that Odaris is here. If he peeks CT, he's an absolute genius.
And, it was one of those half checks. The halfsies. He checks but doesn't really check. Well, Odaris will survive and actually gets a quad kill. But at this point, might make him feel a little bit better about himself. But that score at the top still does not. 11-2. Again, this is Leader 1's map choice, but looking damn good. And again, just highlighting that matchup that we were talking about previously, Tectonic versus Nexus Storm, where Odaris had that crazy performance. Was here on Mirage. He had a hell of a CT side performance with that op, and we're just not seeing it.
No, not at all. And he's been playing the same way. That's something I like to see, but the fact that he's just not bringing the same consistency on those aggressive plays that was separating him in my eyes from a lot of other oppers, and I was really impressed by the just brazen aspect of his play. It doesn't bode well for Woosah, because probably going to see more of the same unless he can get some sort of pep talk on the rest of his team. Coming into our next map, and Leader 1 with mid control slowly collapsing around the B bomb. Say this is a pretty broken buy out of Woosah, but they gotta bet it from here on out. Check falls in the halls and Flash Step onto Jacob, so it doesn't get any better for Woosah this round. It's gonna be 12-2, and I don't like their chances moving into half number 2. It's just not enough rounds. Even if they take pistol, they gotta play perfect, and their shots aren't on.
I would have to agree there. Not looking good for them on Mirage. We do have Cash coming up next, and then Dust 2 as a third if required. But just to bring up Dust 2, that was the map that Leader 1 faced off against Splice, the MLG Minor, if you guys were witnessing that. And they were able to upset. Funny story, though, that was before they actually changed the round timers to what is now known as the default, the 40 seconds one. So if you guys witnessed that and you saw the last round, you'll know that it kind of came down to that a little bit. But Leader 1 took it anyhow. And that was their only win, is my understanding, though, in that tournament. I think they ended up winning that match, took them into the winners match versus Enemy. They lost 16-4. And then they did face off against Spice yet again, but lost on Dust 2, this time 16-12 and 16-2 on Cash. They did not look very good on that map. So that is the next map we're moving into. That being said, Woosah, I wouldn't say at the level of Splice, but maybe they can bring it back on that map. It is their map choice, but last round of the first half here.
I believe Odaris will be playing on middle on that one as well, but that's a lot of windows for Leader 1 to exploit. There's a lot of similarities between Mirage and Cash, namely mid control, which Leader 1 has been exploiting quite often, or at least early on in the half. We haven't seen it much. I guess they haven't really had to go back to it, though, only losing one round since then, and that was due to that 10-second ninja defuse. It's sad when that's the only real highlight of the match for your squad. But we do have some signs of life here out of Woosah, actually at the advantage, but still a lot of time. And Flash Step, oh, looks like they're not going to use it.
Flash Step did spot out Jacob, and vice versa. A little bit more damage dealt on a Flash Step, and this is looking like Woosah's round. Got one player in jungle, one still at ticket booth. Josh BM is kind of stuck at Firebox. They do have a smoke on Flash Step. He's actually going to rotate all the way off. He leaves Josh BM. Josh is just going to make quite a bit of noise trying to hold these players over at A. And this could work out, especially if Josh finds a frag. But if he doesn't, Flash Step has his work cut out for him.
Good timing by Josh to commit. Now free bomb plant for Flash Step. How much time does he think he has, though? He might get greedy with his positioning, and he spotted out. He wanted to make it into the market before the CTs got there, but did they spot him out? Yes. Check. Indeed did. I like what Flash Step attempted. It's a good move given how much time he thinks he has, and if he makes it into market, then that gives him a much better shot than, say, he just hides in one of the more stereotypical spots after you plant in the B site, but he gets punished.
Indeed he does. Like the idea, though, like you were stating, and that is going to be halftime here. So, I want to let you guys know this match is brought to you in part by EnterMax. If you guys are interested in building a new PC or something to that effect, you just want maybe to upgrade your CPU cooler to a liquid cooler from an air cooler, something like that, maybe for overclocking purposes, definitely check out EnterMax. They've been around for a long, long time, and they produce really high-quality stuff. And again, I'm not just saying that just because we're sponsored by them. They really have been around for quite some time, and that is their reputation. Power supplies, specifically, is what I think most people would know them for. But definitely check them out as we are moving into our second half of play. Woosah with 3 rounds. Definitely an understatement to say pistol rounds big for them, but that's still a huge climb, even if they do take pistol.
I feel like that's the hardest challenge as a commentator. And how do you say how important pistol round is every single time? I just gave up eventually, Chad.
Yeah, you just stopped talking about it.
Palace aggression by Fox gets one, and a lot of intel, but no, Josh BM can't get out of there in time. Verdi first to engage now as the T's come into the bomb site. Has a chance, only had eyesight on one as the smokes go down, so big advantage to Woosah.
Char will come up from connector. He's got Virtus with him as well. Flash step from CT spawn. Check's going to be holding an angle at triple. Immediately drops flash step. That's what they're looking for. Char putting a good amount of damage onto Check. Virtus with the headshot onto Odaris.
Really
aggressive play there from Odaris. Yeah, I don't think he was really required to just sprint on in there, but still have an advantage. 2 on 3. Check. Immediate headshot as he peeks out wide onto Char. Win onto Virtus. And Woosah will pick up the pistol round. Check with a quad kill. Lots of that credit to him. And yeah, Leader 1 going for some aggression in Palace. Not a bad play. It just does not work out when they experience the numbers that they saw.
It's too bad Josh BM couldn't get out of there. Although I don't know how long he's going to stay on the map, considering players moving upstairs. But Leader 1 is going to force Verdi with that scout. How many members of Woosah are coming here? Very tentative at mid for Woosah. And I don't know what Ye's doing. Looks like he's lagged out or something for a second. But a passive start, giving Leader 1 a chance to aggress if they want to. Josh BM thinking about it. He goes all the way to the catwalk. He might get flanked in time. No, Odaris won't make it there. So both teams kind of shifting around at the beginning. Josh BM's going to peek mid, and I don't like his odds.
Oh, ooh, does find one and a second onto Ye. Works out fairly well. Odaris finally trades off. As Check just going to YOLO out of the window into B. Does take down Flash Step. Fox and Virtus left to try and cause an issue here. Fox is coming up from behind in B apartments. Virtus, I believe he spotted Check going towards bench, and lots of damage dealt onto Check at least, but Jacob with the first frag.
I like the timing of Fox's flank. Now with no HP, Verdi will go down to Virtus, of course. I thought the Fox's flank was going to get there fast enough where Woosah wouldn't be checking it. Maybe if a little bit more noise was made by Virtus. Now, time to get creative if you're Leader 1. Only default pistols, or at least that's what they should be buying. Fox, the Rebel. P250, though he's got the money. So what's the setup here from Leader 1? I don't want to be disappointed, and it's going to be a default setup. Chad, sad days. What a boring eco.
Days. Well, it looks like they'll get aggressive on catwalk, so there's a little bit going on here. Fox and Flash Step. But soon enough, they are going to find out. It is an A-side hit, one underneath the balcony, and at Firebox, neither of which getting a frag for themselves. They had a good amount of time as well, but just can't find it. Off to a 3-on-5. you can see, Virtus was going to highlight his cheeky position, but nothing comes of it. Only the flank left for Leader 1.
Quite surprised as well that check didn't go down, taking fights with both the player at fire as well as the dark spot. The Fox manages a kill as well as flash step. Any more that will cut into the money. What are those rifles that went down? Let's see. Yeah, flash step has grabbed himself a rifle. None for Fox. That kill was in the halls. Looks like there was just a Tech 9 in there. So one rifle stripped away from Woosah, and that will cause the rebuy as Odorous as well as Jacob have the UMPs. And I think with the money, Odaris is going to have at least one round where he's not going to have to contend with an AWP of Leader 1. And Woosah should know this, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if we see Odaris peeking the middle.
So 19th round about to go live. Odaris does have that op. Not a fantastic spawn for it, but yeah, considering the buy on that CT side, no op, so probably just going to take this duel nonetheless. And here we go. Virtus will be playing the window fairly passively, though. Obviously, you got to respect the op on that T side. Hence the positioning. And we got Josh inside of the connector. Will be flashed out of there. So a little bit of mid-control. It's going to be Odaris and Wynn just trying to work up slowly, see what they can find. Odaris does find Fox. Nice shot to start off the round. And to be fair, if Odaris can heat up, maybe it's just a little cold in that first half, he definitely still could make the difference. 12 rounds on Leader 1. This could start to snowball for Woosah.
Leader 1 tried to counter what they were primarily doing at the beginning of the match. Was going with heavy mid-control. They were thinking about going for a collapse, but then fell off of it without Fox. Fox, of course, pressed into the ladder room, going down. Opening kill for Odaris, but not done yet as Leader 1. There's a 3-on-2 as the bomb goes down in the A-bomb site. Josh BM's timing has been so great. They have a chance to use it again, but is the save called? Josh BM, yeah, they're going to save this. Interesting, considering they're not going to be buying the next round, because it's not like the odds were incredibly against them. Maybe a 2-on-4 is a guaranteed save, but a 2-on-3 and with a kit, I don't know. It's a close call.
Yeah, it could go either way, but will be the save decision. And Woosah keeping 3 alive. They got Odaris keeping that op in play. All is well in that regard. Now, basically, it's Woosah hoping to build a little bit of bank here, and they do indeed have a bit going for themselves. So, want to build that cushion so they can lose a round. Still buying the one thereafter. And of course, at this point, they want to continue, see how far they can go before dropping around 4 in a row on their T side thus far, making it through that rifle round. Leader 1, again, we saw the 2 rifles being saved. It looks like they're going to, okay, they're actually going to force around that. Interesting decision. We'll see if it pans out. Char with only a mag 7.
We'll see if this pans out. Josh BM and Char at the A-bomb site. Just about to hit it is Woosah. Char, see if they're going to go really good or really bad. He's pushing up with the mag inside of Halls. Misses his first shot. Now he's forced off. He can't find the hole. Gets down eventually, but now it is exposed that a mag 7 is lurking under the balcony. Flashes under, but Char still alive. Taking the fight. Where's his teammates? Wow, it looks like Win. Miracle that he survived that. Going down to just 7 point blank. Char with the mag 7. But Leader 1 do crumble inside the A-bomb site. Big flank underway. Flash Step needs to draw some attention.
Yeah, that's his only goal at this point. Odaris, though, will spot Fox coming up on the flank, but they don't have eyes on Josh and Palace. That's going to be huge here, but both players go down. It's only Josh in 1v4. Him holding W, slowly moving forward, has now turned into holding S and slowly moving backwards. So, not going to perform this flank, and Woosah going to complete their 8th round. Assume that they keep 4 alive. That's huge for their economy. To be fair, though, considering Wynn's hit points, I don't know if Josh is going to peek this or not. Okay, he will just keep that rifle in play. And yeah,
I think it's worth it to peek, but
oh, he does go for it, and Odaris takes him down. And again, if Odaris can start heating up, which it does seem like he is, this could be big. To be fair, it's other players on that Woosah lineup as well. Not only him, but they can all start making it work. Leader 1, this is worrisome. Only 4 rounds separating them.
Now, why, if I could bet on the match, I probably would have bet Woosah. Is just the the X factor that Odaris now brings, and Ye joining the roster as well, that adds so much potential firepower, because we've seen these guys just do nutty things. And yeah, if they begin to heat up together, well, things become really difficult even if you have a lead like Leader 1 does. That's slowly fading away now. Woosah going with a passive round. And Leader 1, they'll finally have enough money to get an AWP out mid if they want to next round. And Woosah haven't visited mid yet, so I'd be really excited if both teams do entangle at mid. But this round, Leader 1 have gone aggressive mid, and they know exactly that Woosah isn't mid, but already in the A bomb site is Ye.
And he takes down Char from the A bomb site. So this will prompt the CTs to continue to push up middle. Check spots them, but was not really ready. So that'll be a free AK. And coming up from behind, Hwin, okay, he calls that they're flanking. Hwin's like, it can't be that quick, right? They're not going to come around the corner just kill it. Yeah, that's what they're going for. They got pistols, and they are hunting to frag here. So bit of a misplay in that regard, but 4-on-3 post-bomb plan.
And they hide for CT. This isn't a bad decision from them because, I mean, what are the chances that FlashStep has a smoke here and they're going to smoke off the bomb? If it was deeper, that would have been fantastic, but no, isn't going to be there. But Josh BM spams down 2 of them, but now Jacob's flanked around from the jungle, taking the fight with Josh. Josh falls, now just FlashStep, trying to line him up at the stairs. Still with the nade out is Jacob, but he has to hop on the bomb, and he's got to wait. He doesn't have a kit. He's going to go for it now. Burning, did he time it right? I think he's... Oh, this is going to be close.
So close. 4 seconds remaining. He just barely missed it. I thought that he had just barely timed that correctly, but literally like half a second off. And how much HP did he actually have remaining after that Molotov? So
he could have timed it a little better, but that's like, if you die to the molly, then you look silly.
Oh, exactly, yeah, and he didn't have armor, so I'm actually just watching the replay. I think he sprints into the fire, he ends up with 44, so essentially one more tick, and he could have made that defuse, but that's such a difficult timing.
Yeah, if you die to the Molotov there, you look like a fool. So it's just razor sharp, and I think that's one of the implements to the game that players haven't mastered yet, because we always talk about players' internal clocks. With diffuses and such. Now the timing has been altered a bit for the bomb. That changes things a lot, as well as the Molotov. That's something that players of 10 years haven't been accustomed to. And so the timing of that, seeing a player like FlashStep who's been playing the game for over a decade, he doesn't have that mastered yet.
Yeah, no, the Molotovs definitely could throw you for a bit of a loop. And now Woosah, they have collected every single T round thus far, 12-9. They are at the disadvantage moving into this round, though. As you can see, it's Quinn and Jacob left to try and win the round. Fox has moved aggressively into B apartments, slowly moving back, though. We'll see how this positioning works out for him. Just playing inside of B apartments. He's getting peaky, though. 45 seconds remaining. He's going to change up his positioning towards the kitchen, standing on the microwave. And this is a spot that you just don't usually check. Woosah, if they check this, they're legends. But Quinn will indeed check it and finds the frag. Nice work. Just nice, slow, and concise play from Woosah. And now they will be entering the B-bomb site.
Char gets a Molotov down it. No, he misses it. The rotate was a little preemptive out of Leader 1. First frag for FlashStep. There's one player left, it's Win. And I think Woosah's money might be broken after this one if they do lose it. But Win onto FlashStep. Char looking for him. Position revealed. Win not peeking at all. Char gonna peek up. He knows he's up there on the ledge. But Win is gonna get it done. That was so big from them. They were just about to be broke as well. And Woosah pick up a big one. But Leader 1 had a preemptive rotate moving over.
And that 1v1 from Char as well, that could have gone either way in that, you see, Char jumped, and he actually waited a second or two before jumping. I think he assumed that there might be one more peek to come out, and he didn't want to get caught midway through a jump as he kind of needed to enter into B apartments. But he missed his jump onto the barrel, and I think that timing could have made the difference. He kind of gets caught looking for the second jump onto said barrel, and yeah, that's going to be the round. Leader 1. We do have a pause coming in, and that is from Virtus on that CT side of Leader 1, so got to imagine it's going to be a tactical pause, but 12-10. Woosah has brought it all the way back, And this is kind of what I was referring to. If we could see, to be fair, it hasn't exactly been Odurus. It's been the entire lineup, but that's just how she goes. If we can start to heat up a little bit, best of three is the only real scenario where if you have a slow start, you can still make it work. Best of one, you never really want that to be the case, but looking out here now.
Was it Fox or Char pushing up into apartments that last round?
The 1v1, that was Char.
So when he was thinking about peeking down much further up in the apartments, but then fell off of it and decided to go on top of the microwave instead. I kind of like him taking that.
Fox. Okay, yeah, that was Fox, where he was basically posted inside of the kitchen. I thought you meant the 1v1 in the very end. That was Fox.
Yeah, I mean, I like him either falling back into the bomb site, because then you have a much better chance of getting away and taking a one-on-one. I mean, maybe that first player and then getting out, making it difficult to trade. But there's no falling back from that position. And if the second player reacts in time, it's kind of a one and done. Unless both players, of course, push and then the spray down begins. But him peeking down much further down the apartments, even if he goes down in that position, that's so much time for his teammates to rotate on through. So I like him either falling back to the site or taking the fight much further up.
So here we go. Unpause has been called for. We got Virtus with the op in hand. See if he can make the difference. Going to be playing left side, his left side of the window. Odurus, though, up in Palace, so not looking for that mid-presence necessarily. Huyn is there, towards middle, but he drops a Molotov, pushes Virtus out of the window, and I think the idea behind that... Okay, no, never mind. I was thinking maybe Odurus has moved up in Palace enough that they push him out a window, maybe he'll peek jungle, but not going to be the case. Virtus falls off, but heads back after the flames dissipate. A Molotov coming out of Palace. Here comes the A-hit.
They can get separated with smokes with this setup. And Char will go down now. Fox behind fire. Needs another one. He can't get it done. And now the smokes are up. None for CT, though. Virtus with an avenue to attack from, but he misses the shot onto Odurus. That one was massive. Cannot miss that one. Now Odurus still alive with the AWP. I don't know how they retake.
Yeah, this is going to be really rough. You got flashed up. He does have a full set of nades, but still, this is looking fairly bleak. Odurus finds one from the Palace as well. Josh all alone, and it looks like he'll try to get out of there, but actually caught on the way out. Woosah keeping 4 alive in such a critical round like that. And Leader 1, they're just, nothing's working for him. They finally get Virtus with that op in play. He had one chance trying to get down Odurus. And if he finds that pick, to be fair, that's a completely different retake, but whiffs that shot, and Leader 1 now with only 1 round to their lead, and they're going to be ecoing.
So those are the shots that frustrate you as an opera as well. You might not see him pick it up again. Odurus peeked wide with an op out. I mean, even if you're not scoped in and running, that should be a kill for Virtus. Just came down to reactions, and he wasn't ready. Woosah setting up for A once more. Big stack here by Leader 1. As long as they let Woosah make their way in and then all peek simultaneously, this should result in at least a few kills.
And yay, not checking Palace, that close angle. What a shot from Odurus to trade, though. Follows it up on a Virtus. Josh BM, flash step left up. Josh coming up with 2. But Huyn finds flash step, and that will be as chaotic as the round will get. 12 all. To be fair, Leader 1 doing some decent damage, but the T-side economy already at a decent point here, and 12-12, they've made it all the way back. Still not a single CT round laser.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. I mean, they got loss bonus. And Woosah's money, yeah, it looked good, but it's not at the position where they could just buy out if they lose out. It's not there yet, but still have another buy if they lose. So Leader 1, if they win this one, that damage will have an effect. And given that they haven't won one yet, need to make some major adjustments. And trying to see what it is. Doesn't look like there's much. They did nade mid and then fell back into the A bomb site. Woosah, who has 4 in apartments. So heavy setup. See where all these nades go to. You don't need 4 players here.
They're smoking A from B apartments. So this is going to be interesting. They're lining up some smokes, and here we go. And they've got 1 player in Ye. He's about to fake into the bomb site. But if you get the trajectory in here, and Ye actually falls early. To be fair, you could usually see the trajectory of those smokes that they were coming from B apartments, but it does pull a rotation off a little bit, to be fair. Flash Tip and Fox not exactly ready for that kind of push, and they both fall.
I couldn't really tell if the smokes made Leader 1 stay there or if it caused the rotate to come over there. I'm not too sure. They're going to commit to this retake and make it a 3-on-3. Char traded off by Check. Back at him. Josh BM as it is a 2-on-2. O'Dara's still alive with an AWP. Misses the shot towards bench. Now it's Jacob's turn in the first round for Leader 1. I'll collect that op, it looks like, as well. But yeah, I couldn't tell if those smokes made Leader 1 stay in the site with those 3 or what. It was
for
strange.
A, yeah, like the A players seem to just kind of hang out. Like they took down Ye, of course, but Flashtep and Fox, I think those were the 2 B guys. I think Flashtep was on his way to the window-ish. Fox was all like at the boxes on Catwalk, but it didn't necessarily. Maybe if they waited a little bit longer, I don't know. I didn't have my point of view on those players necessarily, so I don't know if they were on their way out or if they had stopped after only that 1 frag came in. But nonetheless, Leader 1 eventually putting a round on the board, but this could be what Woosah requires. If they can now take this round, break the economy of the CT side, this is their map.
Yeah, they'd be so close to victory. But I did like the timing of Woosah. The amount of time that they waited after the smokes, it's really difficult in that short amount of time to determine if you're Leader 1. Are these fake smokes, or are they smoking and then coming up underpass? But Fox hanging onto the catwalk like a champion.
Wow.
Gets 3 of them down, completely shuts off one of the prongs of attack from Woosah and Jacob. Last guy up, and what a change of momentum here. All of a sudden, Leader 1 take 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, big rounds. And one thing I did want to actually go back and talk about is, I don't know, did you spot O'Daris on that when they were trying to hold on to the bomb site in B apartments? He just decided to peek everything, and he whiffed on a player in window, ended up peeking the player on bench, and that was his demise as he whiffed another shot. And that player at bench was fairly out in the open, but O'Daris does look like he's hitting, or he's attempting to go for some pretty crazy flick shots, and I don't know, maybe just believing in his own hype a little bit too much, Laser, thinking that he can just make every shot fancy when in theory, a lot of those you don't need to.
It's looking just like his style of play. We saw it on, what was it, pistol round? It was a 4-on-2. He just decides to rush into jungle. No reason to do that. I think that's just who he is as a player, and it's that same thing that makes you dangerous, that makes you vulnerable.
Yeah, true enough. So, well, Jacob will take down 2, but finished off by Fox. And Fox, that was a quad kill from him. Again, taking... I don't know how he made that work. 3 frags on Catwalk from ladder room doesn't take a point of damage.
He just fumbled the trade. I guess I saw it from one of the Woosah members' perspective, so I got wrecked instead of seeing what Fox was doing. Now Woosah the ones in some economic turmoil. Those a couple kills, who was it? I think it was Josh BM in the end with the P250. Now that it's coming into effect as Woosah have to save, they're going to go with the bomb plant strat. We see 3 smokes, but no flashes. So we need some entries from these P250s if we're going to see a plant.
Definitely. Virtus going to be playing aggressively on stairs as well. And it's just tunnel vision towards a ramp. They've got a smoke up towards Palace, so that's providing the safety. And actually, a second smoke goes down. Will allow Virtus to hang on to that position even further. And Woosah, eventually we're going to see the smoke take come on in. But yeah, with 2 smokes here, this is going to be rough. O'Daris with his towards CT spawn. And the other one is a jungle smoke for Virtus. He gets to have fun here, stay at the stairs. Jacob going to push aggressively into the smoke. They are looking for the bomb plant, and they will receive it. Char falls. It's going to be a 3-on-4.
Rifle picked up by O'Daris. Going to be peeking towards the stairs. Oh, mistimes his peek. Flash stab onto O'Daris. That's the rifle down. Leader 1, I'm surprised they even allowed the bomb to go down because they had a lot of Molotovs. 4, I think I counted. So put that down. I was wondering if Woosah were going to save a smoke for the bomb site, but they didn't. So Molotov probably could have prevented that. I haven't done the math. Can you, if you have armor, full plant in a Molotov?
If you have armor full plant, a plant, I don't think so. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. I don't know for certain, though. I don't think so, though.
Yeah, I'd like to check that. But again,
sure.
Lots of Molotovs. They could have defended it, and now we have a full buy out of Woosah.
So 15-12, looking for overtime here. O'Daris is going to head towards middle. So we'll see if that'll work out. Fox, first player to go down, looking for the underpass push. But Check finds him. No damage dealt either. So 4-on-5. Josh BM holding inside of the window room, but just playing an off angle towards the catwalk. You can see the bomb still at a ramp. So if they decide to execute here with a pinch-up connector, could be very potent. And that looks to be the case. Josh won't be able to help at all as he's smoked off in jungle.
Needs a little more of that magic timing. But he's going to announce that he is at mid. Flashes himself out, sees nobody. T should be ready for him. Yeah, Odaris is ready inside the connector. Down goes Josh. And with that comes the save out of leader 1. They could go for exits with 1 player. I actually wouldn't mind that at all, but they can't know exactly how much money Woosah has. But they are going to get a full buy regardless in the next round. Yeah, trying to strip some weapons away wouldn't be a bad idea, but this is the safe way.
Yeah, indeed it is. And you can see 2 of them. Well, they got plenty of money to buy in the next round. And they'll keep that op in play and such. Woosah finding the early advantage. Again, check. Taking down Fox and Underpass. Odaris drops Josh just as he tries to come out the window with the flashbang. And 2 rounds away from overtime. Here's Woosah. We'll see if Odaris decides to head towards the middle again. I'd like to see it. And that combo, him and Huynh, I do believe has been his bodyguard. You can see that buy coming in again for the CT side. Virtus still with that op in hand. And he's been playing from CT spawn mostly, but this time looking confident to head for middle. He's going to push up with the op. This is very aggressive, and he gets taken down by Odaris. And looking for another one. Big
Where's the
flick
trades?
there. As Odaris, I do not think Josh expected him to hop up onto the boxes, but that's indeed what happened. Molotov would have flushed out Fox, but it explodes just short of that window room.
How does he not get traded in that situation? There's 3 people there from leader 1. Fox, there wasn't a smoke down inside the mid window. Odaris jumps on top of the mid boxes. There's no excuse from that from leader 1. And they're just giving Odaris a ton of confidence now with this AWP. Probably should try to save again here as they do have enough to buy in the next round, but looks like they want to commit to it in the 3-on-3.
Yep, so here they go. Odaris from stairs. He's going to hop back towards a ramp. And on that CT side, we got Char and Fox rather coming in from CT spawn. Flash step, connector. First frag going the way of the T's. Traded off. Odaris spotted out very low. Yay, similar situation. It's up to flash step. And he can't find Odaris. He was actually looking a little laggy. Yeah, 150 ping on flash step. That's not looking good. I imagine we'll have a pause coming in. 15 to 14, they're going to lose all their weaponry on that CT side. And on this rebuy to try and prevent overtime, looks like they're going to be a little bit short in the form of utility. Even, actually, Josh, only with a 5-7.
What's the play here from leader 1? Can they stop the app of Odaris? Odaris not going to be peeking middle as quickly this time. Leader 1 don't have any eyes on middle yet. Both teams just leaving mid open for the time being. And leader 1 shifting over towards a 4-man A stack preemptively. And it doesn't look like Woosah's going to be heading over towards the A bomb site. Flash Tap putting a smoke down over towards the B side. If Woosah commit onto B, there's only one guy there. And I think we're looking at overtime.
Yeah, I would have to agree. As I'm going to see the middle control from Woosah. Slowly inching on up here. And they do have a smoke down already at top of connector. Virtus tries to run through the smoke. And with his op as well. Didn't work out. Josh BM does find Odaris, and that's through the connector. But the B bomb site looking suspect. Flash step falls, and 4-on-3 Woosah looking to take this to overtime.
I think we're seeing overtime. Catwalk flank underway. Fox only has one way to go, and that's to jump through the window. Now the catwalk take begins. Flash up the catwalk. Nobody peeking it for Woosah, though. They're allowing leader 1 to move up, but Fox going down. Now Woosah can focus all their attention on the catwalk with just Char. And we're looking at overtime. 15-all. Excellent comeback by Woosah. And now I like their chances a lot. Theoretically, they're going to get 2 or 3 here on their T side, and all it's going to take is 1, and it's going to be guns from the beginning this time for Woosah on the CT side.
Yeah, this is a huge advantage, I feel, for Woosah, just like you're saying. Flash Step will disconnect from the server. I imagine he's trying to sort out what's going on. I'm honestly really surprised that they didn't have a pause coming into that last round. They had Flash Step playing a solo bomb site with 150 ping. When is that ever a good idea? Probably never. I'm just confused as to why they didn't sort it out initially. But looks like they're sorting it out now. As we all know, that is not an amount of ping that's fun to play with. But yeah, moving into overtime, Woosah taking so many rounds. It was 12-3 on each T side, so that's pretty insane. Usually we see this as a bit of a CT-sided map, but not today. 12-3 again on either side. And once Flash Step gets back in, we should be good to go. Looks like he's just restarting his router. Again, not a surprise there. And Woosah, considering, again, you can see Odaris moves up to 21 frags now. Everybody on Woosah has been firing. You've got Ye at the bottom at 17 frags, but 8 assists. All of them have been putting in their work.
Yeah, and Odaris fragging better and better, it seems, coming in later on into the half. So for Leader 1, when they went for the A stack in the end, that kind of screams frustration to me, or that they don't have an answer. When you go for that hard of a gamble, I'm really worried for their CT side, because that just seems to me they don't have an answer for what Woosah's doing. So let's just try to guess and hope that they hit this bomb site instead of battling for intel and playing that sort of game. So I expect to see more of the same moving into the overtime rounds. And Flash Step, yeah, maybe if he has a bit better ping, he can get an actual frag as Woosah comes in to the B-bomb site. But with how the meta of the map here has been broken pretty badly, both teams 12-3 on the T side, you expect that on the CT side. It just raises a lot of questions for me moving into Dust 2 and Cash.
Yeah, most certainly. And, well, we got the time. I'll let you guys know if you guys are new to overtime, you don't know how it works. Essentially, we've got 6 rounds, 3 of which will be played out on either side. You start on the same side that you left off on. That's why we've been kind of painting that Woosah with a bit of an advantage, considering they just claimed 12 rounds to push it to overtime on their T front. You start with $10,000, and the only real time that you'll see ecos come about is if either side loses the first 2. Generally speaking, though, it's just that CT side a little bit more expensive. But the T's, even if you lose those first 2, you'll generally have an all-right buy moving to the third. Not as much the scenario on the CT front. So, anyhow, that's basically the gist of it. If you're on either side, first team to hit 19 is going to be winning map number 1 here. If we see 18 all, though, that's where, of course, being that there's 6 rounds, we can have a tie in another overtime. 18 all is the score we were looking for in that regard. So, now that you're all educated, we just have to wait for Flash Step to come back, and then we'll be jumping right back into things. And yeah, Cash is our second map, just to talk about that for a moment. Leader 1, again, I was highlighting the fact they did play Cash against Splice, and the second time they faced them at that previous LAN at the MLG Minor, and they did not do good at all on that map, 16-2. And considering they were putting up scorelines 16-14, winning against Splice on Dust 2, 16-12, second time they faced on Dust 2 against Splice. Cash, again, that's not a great translation there of round scores. So, see how that one plays out, though. Again, I had highlighted before. For one, you can't really use chain logic in Counter-Strike. You can attempt to, but you'll probably find that it doesn't work out as often as you like.
Try betting with chain logic.
Yeah,
See how
really
it goes.
it can be so rough. Just because, again, there's so many matches played out online, offline. Yeah, exactly.
But looking ahead, when Woosah move on to that CT side, Leader 1 was getting away with a lot more than I thought they were with how Odaris was playing middle. And we saw Odaris continue playing middle that way with just going for the peaks from the CT side window. So if Woosah move on to the CT side with a pretty big round or sizable round lead, what's Leader 1 going to open up with? Because we've seen them do a wide array of things on their T side when Woosah wasn't giving them much reason to switch it up. As we saw them early on go with a lot of mid control, then it slowly shifted to a lot of hardcore A plays early on in the round. But the way I see it going here, if I had to make a prediction, I'd go Woosah taking this in overtime 4-2. And when Leader 1 move on to the T side, I think we're going to get wrecked at mid this time by Odaris.
Oh, here we go. Live into overtime. And let's take a look at the buys coming out from either side. You can assume at least one up on either front. And that's indeed going to be the case. So Odaris picking that up. And you can see how that drains his economy down to 2,500. after a full buy, pistol, all the utility, and that op. So looks like they'll head towards middle. Interesting again, Leader 1 playing this heavy A-side setup. And maybe it'll work out this time around. You did it once. Maybe they don't expect us to do it twice, but they get aggressive here and find the bomb carrier. Jacob luckily spots them out, and they're going to have to fall off of this, but that could have been huge.
So Leader 1 fighting for some information, and they get at least that the bomb is there. I'd like for Woosah to wait a little bit longer before they collapse onto this. Maybe get a player to rotate over towards the B side, but if they go now, Leader 1 will still have a lot of numbers inside of A, but now they're waiting. This is perfect from Woosah. This is exactly what you need to do. In just a few moments, we should see one of the members of Leader 1 start rotating over to the B bomb site, unless they have the hard read that Woosah is just trying to fake them. That's a big kill out of Ye as he lurks his way out of the hallways. But now it's Fox's turn. Gets the first one on a check. Ye continuing to peek out. 6-shot onto Fox. And this is looking good for Woosah.
Yeah, Ye just triple kill. Huge round from him thus far. Jacob getting that bomb set, and what an opportune position for that bomb plant. That is going to be so rough for Leader 1 to work against. And at this point, considering we kind of highlighted that there's scenarios where you can, or you are forced to save on that CT side, when do you decide to save here? Virtus with that op in hand, again, that is very expensive. To be fair, you can see that he's gone with just a vest. He doesn't get a helmet. No real utility either. So
that is not a confident look in overtime. When you don't
no,
full
not really.
buy.
Right? It's like, oh, we'll probably lose one eventually here, so I won't full buy. Yeah, that's definitely not a confident mindset speaking to you.
And despite having Odaris as a really new player on the Woosah side, they look really prepared, or whoever's calling from them just has a firm grasp on his squad, because they got that opening pick at the A bomb site after waiting for a really long time. And by waiting, they give Leader 1 more time to think about it. Like, okay, Woosah's probably falling the bomb back. What are the chances that they just keep the bomb at A? We should probably start cheating a member towards the B side. So to Leader 1's credit, fantastic that they had the right read that Woosah would be coming back to A. But it's been our recent story, just Woosah fragging too hard.
So mid crunch here from the CT side. Oduris looking to have a heyday, but nope. He will be taken down. Jacob with 1, but he's traded off. So this is not working out. Leader 1 finding all the frags. It turns out that the mid control, they tried that previously, and Odaris was able to deal with it, but not this time around. And you can see how it kind of snowballed into Leader 1's advantage, but round's not done and over with yet. Check towards B apartments. Quinn with his op in middle. Just hoping Virtus gets a little peeky here.
Last time in mid, Odaris got away with murder as well. There's no way Leader 1 should have allowed that. At least they get it right this time. Continuing to peek mid. Verdi. This angle can get you in trouble if the player is peeking on the boxes, but Verdi will be the one to peek out. Not sure what I like more, Virtus or Verdi. Let's check. Making his way up the apartments, looking for a free kill onto Flashtep, who is peeking. I'm not sure if he spotted him or not. Yeah, he did. Everybody flocking from the Leader 1 side over here towards B. But does Check know that he was spotted? Because if he did, he should be moving a lot faster.
Yeah, definitely. He has given him so much time to rotate on in. And there is a death trap waiting for him in this B bomb site. I'll look for a peek towards a bench. Nice flick. Flash tip. Only wanted that one, but he'll look for the bomb plan. Now Fox gonna burn him to death, though. Actually doesn't. We'll find the frag before the fire does. And okay, yeah, Fox, you gotta wait for the fire, my friend. I assure you have plenty of time to get that defuse in, but Leader 1 taking the first round, and yeah, all off that middle play, more or less.
With Leader 1 going with such aggression here, we haven't seen them play a default setup in some time. So Woosah should be able to predict that there's going to be some sort of tricky play or aggression coming out, because they went for it 2 for 2 here in overtime. Or is it going to be this time, or will Leader 1 play standard? Odaris went down early that round, so that was a pretty big key. But on par for my prediction so far. I think Woosah will take this one as well. What's the play from Leader 1? And now they play standard. Interesting. Since they played pretty aggressive the past 2 rounds, Fox going aggressive on the catwalk, so they do a late round or mid-round middle collapse. It's quite early still. Nothing comes of it except the information that Woosah isn't there And now we see the A setup. Nobody in the bomb site.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Josh BM does like over Molotov towards Firebox, but other than that, that's the only defense they got in this A bomb site. Woosah getting a free bomb plant, and now, positionally speaking, they can set up anywhere as these smokes dissipate.
This flank is huge from Fox. Somebody's ready for it, though. That's Huynh waiting for it. Fox is going to go up from above. Is he going to check below, though? Oh, no. Oh, he will. How does he know? Fox with an excellent kill. Down goes Odorous as well. This would be massive for Leader 1. Down to a 2-on-2. This is crazy going back and forth. And Woosah clean up as Ye puts down a bunch of Leader 1 players.
Ye's spray control there was phenomenal. That was great from Palace, just letting it rip. Took down one at triple and finishes off on the one on Firebox. But yeah, you can even see inside of chat, Huynh, nice job to Fox on that flank. And that was very well done. He takes down the first one. And one thing that's kind of not talked about as often, the death cam kind of deal, he has to push so quickly to take down Odorous before Odorous actually kind of registers that call and flicks around. Odorous did turn back, but again, being with the op in hand, hard to hit that swift shot. And Fox was able to deal with him. But still, Ye with the incredible spray down. Josh is actually at 32 frags at the moment on that Leader 1 side. As Woosah is a little bit more just together in the form of frags. And yeah, Woosah as a unit looking really solid.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, and that's impressive. They haven't been around that long, at least this 5. So as long as Odorous stays on the roster, then they should be all right moving forward.
Yeah, and I guess it was ZNF that was playing with them previous, and I think he moved to Europe, so hence the need for the new 5th, and that's where we got... Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the other lineup here. That's where Flashed Up comes in on Leader 1, but anyhow, continuing forward.
All right, yeah, I was wondering, couldn't quite remember who Flashed Up. He just didn't look right on that roster, and I thought I would have remembered, but a big round here. See if I'm correct. Odorous at the mid, peeking about. He's going to be re-peeking. Smoke down for window. He's been so good at timing these shots. He doesn't go down. So now mid control for Leader 1. Ooh, they swap positions. Odorous goes towards the B, and they bring a rifle, Jacob, into the window. If Leader 1 go for the boost, they're probably not going to expect an automatic here.
Huynh holding with his op top connector. So we did see a double op look on the CT side of Woosah in regulation. And it was pretty similar, only Huynh was from CT spawn instead of holding this connector. But see how this plays out, Jacob. Again, like you had stated, waiting for that boost up in a window. They do smoke it, but that's not a great smoke to be fair. It leaves quite a bit of gaps, a little bit too deep. But Josh still just holding on to that positioning. Virtus finds Huynh. That's a massive pick here from the Palace position. They're going to try and pinch onto the A-bomb site. Jacob, though, taking down one.
Does receive a bunch of damage, though. Leader 1 have jungle. They don't have the bomb site. This is really interesting how this round's developing. They have so much control, and Fox is going to continue peeking into jungle. Not sure you have to do that. And that gives away the player advantage, but still positional. I do like Leader 1's odds here. They have the smoke down for CT spawn. They need to go for the plant. Flash step. How does he know? Ye gets boosted up. Not on the ticket booth either, and Flash Step was ready for him. Now the bomb has been planted, though, and it's planted open for the stairs as well as connector. Check as well as Jacob. Now coming from the ticket booth, still jungle control, and Leader 1 should have this in the bag, but 2 members of Leader 1 have been spotted out at jungle. That's why one of the players jumping down into middle. So constantly switching up their position as Leader 1, taking point on all the situations. Like we saw Fox push into the CT spawn, peeking into the CT spawn. Didn't have to do that, but we saw how aggressive Leader 1 was in the post plant.
So Leader 1 going to take up a pretty critical round there. 17 all. And yeah, Woosah just cannot hang on with that op setup. And let's take a look at their buy here. Yeah, just draining. So you can see how this is going to be very unfortunate for the Leader 1. They take this round. They are set up completely to take overtime, as there's $300 is the max amount on the Woosah side, monetarily speaking. Everybody else with around 50. But Leader 1 looking to send some players aggressively up towards B. Char already through the smoke here, and oh, he will not catch the player jumping. So a little bit of intel there as Czech will fall back to the bomb site.
Leader 1. I can't believe they're doing this on They're T side now. I bring it all the way back. This is crazy. Teams just going back and forth. And for Leader 1, if they take this round, which it looks like they will, Woosah went the complete opposite route as Leader 1 did. We had 2 ops on the first round of overtime in the second half of overtime for Woosah, whereas Leader 1 on their CT side, they only had 1 op and he didn't even full buy. So completely different approaches. And this is not what I expected at all.
So Win left it a 1v3 without a kit. He'll take down 1, but just gonna head back and save his weaponry, because honestly they're gonna have pretty much nothing moving into this final round of overtime. It would be it would take a bit of a miracle, to be fair, to have them win the round, but maybe they can come up with a creative setup. But Leader 1 has been giving them a lot of different looks, to be fair. Quite a few of them do have mid control involved. Maybe they decide to go for some mid aggression, take them down that way, but I don't know. Leader 1 now looking damn good to take map number 1. One more round left here.
Look at that money. No money. 2K. You don't got a lot of choices with that amount. You get a scout and a nade. Maybe somebody's got to get a kit. Win. And they go double scout. Darius and Ye. Where are they bringing these? I like to see them both for middle. If that's the case, Leader 1, they throw that smoke down again. And we'll see Char drop the molly for connector. So they're ready for the mid collapse of Woosah. Woosah has some targets at mid.
Well, they do. Yay, getting smoked off. Odaris goes down. Check's just gonna straight up run through the smoke, and well, he goes down to Jacob as Jay does find Virtus, so it will be a 3-on-3. They got 2 players in the middle. The bomb's still in T-spawn. Flash Step has been tagged in Palace, and Jacob hitting heads right now. Char takes him down thereafter, but then he falls, and this is looking like we're seeing another overtime laser.
Crazy. What is going on here?
What a round.
To save the day in Woosah. Okay, they're going to play no bomb sites in this situation. Win pushes up mid.
My God. What?
This is insane. In the 2-on-1, they play no bomb sites. That's I guess you could play it that way. Usually it's 2-0 or 1-1, but I guess 0-0 is it worked.
Well then, we've got another overtime coming in. Looking at that equipment and playing that round out over and over, I can't imagine Woosah wins that many out of 10. But well, the one time when they're put in the scenario, they win it, and that's all that really matters. So Woosah taking 18th round on their end, and like I had stated, if both teams hit 18, we see double overtime. So being graced with double OT here in the first map, things getting ridiculous. And now who does this favor? Leader 1 with the huge advantage to close on their T side, where they have looked really strong and they couldn't do it. Does this make them a little worried starting again on the T side? Does Woosah all of a sudden gain some CT side momentum because of that last round and how crazy it went? Do they decide to implement that aggression that just won them that last round into the next round and the first round of the second OT? There's so many questions, Laser.
Yeah, a lot of questions. There's not enough rounds to really... You only have so many few to go off of now in overtime. It's not like you can kind of summarize the whole half and then bring it into your first round overtime decision. The adjustments have already been made from the regulation. And the one round that Woosah got came from them going with a mid stack. But of course, Leader 1 know that. Now they're probably not going to go with that heavy of a mid setup. But then on their first 2 rounds, that's what did so well for them, because they completely isolated mid with great smokes and flashes and Molotovs for the connector and mid window. So it's a battle of counters at this point. What's been working for these 2 teams? So is Leader 1 going to go for the mid setup when Woosah just won at mid with the collapse? No clue.
Yeah, well, our questions will be answered in a moment, and Leader 1 going without that op on their T side. So already seeing a little bit of changes. Virtus looking to get it done with the AK. And it might just be because they don't want to wait for any kind of op picks at all. They just decide to work a smoke execute, potentially. That's looking like the setup. Char will head back towards middle. Where do they go with this?
There's a lot of things going on here, because Leader 1 at the beginning sent all 5 towards the A bomb site. The moment the smoke went down at stairs, they sent that player back. Because if Woosah is going for a mid collapse and they see nothing, then they could begin to shift over towards the A bomb site for a stack if their B player is pushing as well. So that Leader 1 has to have intel somewhere else to know that they're not just going to get stacked at the A bomb site. So a lot of variations here.
So Char still just staying towards middle. Well, he was in B apartments, but now heading on back. But this is looking like we'll see the execution come in, and Char eventually will try and take someone down on Cat. Just be the nuisance that, for example, Josh BM has done for the Woosah. Or, sorry, for the Leader 1 side usually. So it's Char this time around. We'll see if he can find that same excellent timing, again, that Josh had been performing with. So they're allowed onto the bomb site. There's no smoke currently down. Yeah, the smokes are going to dissipate, so nothing at CT spawn. This is going to make Leader 1's job a lot more difficult unless they can just frag out. Yay falls to Virtus, but advantage still to Woosah.
They're going to need to frag out. Leader 1, I was thinking, wow, they're waiting a long time to get this bomb down. Now they try to plant in the open. There was an op there before. Leader 1 is falling apart. The total breakdown of communication or something. Maybe some guy forgot he had the bomb, but they waited out the entire smokes to get that bomb plant down. How long was it going to take? And they just waited far too long.
Yeah, so not a good look for Leader 1, and considering this has been a bit of a T-sided map thus far, that's not a good spot, but let's see what they decide to go with now.
I like the strat, though. It was a free plant.
Yeah, indeed. Just decided to, wait it out, and did not work out in the end. Middle control here for Leader 1, or a little bit of it, and you got Char and Josh BM. Josh is going to try and push a smoke here. He spots out Win, but doesn't get any damage onto him. Char takes down Yay, so that's good news. And Win will be blindsided inside of Connector. Jacob chimes in, trying to salvage the situation. Check as well, but he falls, and now it's Woosah trying to aggressively take some territory. It doesn't really work out. 2-on-3.
This match is so hard to predict. What's going on next? Now Leader 1 looking really strong when they totally fell apart in the round previously. Woosah going with the mid collapse. Leader 1 looked like they should have lost it there at mid, but Woosah couldn't complete the kills. Jacob not done. Doesn't have a lot of HP to do this. Maybe if he can get flash step down, then avoid the op of Virtus. Does have 2-1 versus 1 to take. Virtus gets caught all alone, and flash steps position. He flashed, so his position is revealed.
Yeah, he knows he's from the catwalk here. The plant is for him, and that's the difficult part from Jacob. And 22 hit points. Needs to hit that immediate headshot. We'll see another flash from Flash Step, so again giving away his position. I thought Jacob already recognized he was on the catwalk, but he'll provide a flash, peeking though, and Flash Step again. Just needs to hit that one shot, and he will take down Jacob. Jacob, to be fair, that was one frag away from an ace, almost just taking the round himself. But it will not be the case. 19 all. Leader 1. See if they can find another round here. Just 1 for 1 in the second round of OT.
It's been a T-sided game. Now, Woosah double op setup. I don't think they'll be collapsing mid with this, though it wouldn't surprise me to see anything at this point. Leader 1 get that smoke down from mid. Is that 2 smokes at mid? Let's see here. Nah, just 1. I don't know what I'm seeing, but Huyen has been forced off of mid. We've seen Odorous peek the apartments before. I'm not sure he's done it in Palace. 2-pronged aggression here. There's Woosah with an interesting boost inside the B-bomb site. So mid control for Leader 1. And once they've gotten this mid control, they've converted a fair amount of the time. So it wouldn't surprise me to see them close here. And their patience has been good as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've seen this this boost that Check and Jacob are doing in an official match that I've casted anyhow. I like it. Just peeking into the window. You don't really expect to have a CT just right in your face if you're slowly working on up, and Jacob still has an angle towards the catwalk. So in all fairness though, if a catwalk player peeks and immediately kills Jacob, Check's probably going with them. But still, the B apartments player peeks first. Could definitely work out. We see some nades going down towards A. And again, this is their fake strat towards A. Yay finds Virtus, though. Jacob falls. The box, but traded off.
Check pulls a molly.
And that did not work out.
I can't believe he pulled a molly in that situation. He just didn't believe the second player was going to jump out that fast. But now the bomb site for Leader 1 haven't gotten planted yet. 2 members inside of the market, but they're going to wait for the player to flank around. That's Yay. Both ops inside of the market. I don't really like that. And now it is exposed that both ops are there. Yay coming up on the flank. Op, not the best of weapons to draw attention with. Misses his second shot as Win. Now pushes out. The guy's crazy. Pulls the 5-7. Yay comes up on the flank.
Yay,
and he finishes it off.
Insane.
Nutty.
What just happened? Quad kill from Ye. Takes down the first player that's getting baited into the window from that op play. And it looked a little shaky on that first spray down, but immediately he passes that first window, basically focuses on player at Arge, takes him down, and then what a swift shot out of the player at bench. Ye has been so critical in taking these rounds where Woosah just desperately requires someone to stand up, and he's done it.
Yeah, and that all started off of Ye pushing into Palace that round. Woosah, or excuse me, Leader 1 was setting up a fake towards the A. They all dropped their smokes, but one of the smokers that was deploying it into the A bomb site, his role was to come out Palace. And Ye's move, which ended up identifying that it was a fake immediately, he pushes into the Palace and sees that one of the guys smoking was faking. So instantly, book it to the B bomb site. Brilliant all around. Shots and mindset from Ye.
Yeah, Ye doing big, big things. As we got 20-19. As Woosah. And they've collected 2 rounds, 2 more to get this map done with. Again, 22 is the new number we're looking for. 21 all will have us see a third overtime. So, see if that's going to be a reality or if these teams finally going to close things out. And again, if you're just joining us, Cache is our second map. This is still map number 1. And Dust 2 is our third if required. And honestly, just so back and forth. To be fair, though, looking back at regulation, it was 12-3 on either half. So both teams having a bit of domination going on in regulation. But OT, just back and forth we go. Just waiting for Ye to ready up. As he's just getting a glass of water. Just had that carrying moment in that last second. He's, all right, guys, need to take a sec. Take a breather, but no, we are back into things. Woosah now on their T front.
So one of the things I think Woosah will get them in trouble, maybe when they play higher tier competition. Ye has been criticized on some of his previous teams of being somewhat of like a mindless fragger, an over-aggressor, but we've seen how much work that can do for them. And now Odaris comes in with the same thing, but with the AWP. So that's 2 players now that have been regarded as that frag or die kind of mentality player moving into Woosah. And other thing that could really help or really hurt. But when they're on, well then, it's definitely going to be difficult for teams to deal with. So first round strat, at least of this overtime for Woosah. It's a slow one. Slowly gathering mid control.
Oh, Jacob does go down at ramp. They go for the double push, and now they got the bomb down.
Wow, Josh BM, that's so much intel. How does this make the other players react? Player inside of ladder room gonna peek into connector. There's so many players here. Fox trying to spam away into the smoke and look for a target, but nobody's there. How does Woosah get the bomb though? Josh just perched on it.
And Odaris waiting for Fox to push up towards Catwalk. He's gonna lose a teammate in Ye. Wins trying to make something happen with the Ye bomb site, but he's gonna lose his teammate, and that's going to be the round. What a play from Leader 1. As to start that off, for one, Virtus was peeking into Palace, so it wasn't just like an A-ramp aggressive play, it was a bit of both. Virtus trying to take down Ye, that was the first engagement, not going either way. But then that flash push through a ramp. Again, Jacob getting 1. Really wanted that second, but that really started the beginning of the end for the round for Woosah, but 20 all now. As we can see, Duris, that op, is going to join up with the team, head towards B apartments.
I'm starting to get things mixed up. I can't remember if it was Leader 1 who in the previous CT side just did 3 different things, 3 different setups, starting with 2 aggressive strats and then 1 with a passive. I think it was Leader 1. And this time aggressing middle. I've already lost a player, Josh BM. Fox is going to see nothing at mid, and they peek a player into underpass. Yeah, mid's clear, but they haven't identified where the remainder of the players are. 1-man fake from Woosah over towards the A side, and once again it's flashed up, this time ping under control.
Ye taking down 1 in a bomb site, and this is going to bring Fox back towards A. This is massive, but like you would say, the flash step in B takes down 2. But Ye takes down Virtus and Fox all alone.
I think we're gonna see some triple overtime here, Chad. We're reaching that point. Fox coming up with a flank, but now he is surprised in the position. He was on top of the microwave before. Sturdy microwave it is. 21-20. Woosah, can they close? No team has been able to close yet. In Leader 1, you bet they're not playing default this round.
Yeah, so last time, the last overtime, it was Woosah again on their CT side, and they had a completely broken bye moving into it and somehow brought it together. This time, Leader One, they won the first round, lost the second. Now in this third round, they actually have a decent bye. So the final round, we will see.
Oh, they played default, Chad.
With everybody, and yeah, looks like that is the case. Check, looking for a pick at B. Spots out Flash Step, but can't find the shot he's looking for. So a little bit of intel from the CTs. Getting aggressive towards B is one of the Ts. They're going to try and crunch into middle. Fox peeking towards upper middle, but spotting nothing.
Darius has been allowed to peek out from Palace. Somebody's not careful. It might be a frag, but he can't get it. No, 6 HP remaining. Almost burns. That's a nice start for Leader One.
Great start indeed, Oduris. He's going to look for another one here, but caught by Virtus. As now they will head towards the B bomb site. Fox, this time around, I don't think he's going back T-spawn towards A. He's going to bet it on B. Flash Step takes down one as they're trying to enter in. And Virtus from the market. Looks like another overtime here as Jacob, unless he can come with a 1v5 clutch, finds the first one. But he'll be flanked by Fox, and we got another overtime laser.
And we're going the distance. Certainly not for speed, man. 21-21. I haven't casted one of these in a long time. And it's so hard to predict. It's so back and forth. Teams have had the ability to close. And then Leader One, I expected them to go with something a little different to finish it off. But no, they go with the default strat. Woosah. Darius had his chance, but he misses his shot. This is going so back and forth. Already moving in to overtime number 3. Number we're looking for now is 25. And who is going to close? Both teams coming up clutch when required to stay alive, but definitely not to close.
Yep. So, here we go again. Leader One back, well, staying on the CT side, rather. Woosah staying on that T front. Yeah, in that last round, Oduris got caught out inside a Palace. Really kind of info in that regard. And, they were trying to work that real estate. Middle was completely open for Woosah. Leader One kind of playing off of that, and well, Leader One's going to go for an aggressive play here in middle. Char heading on up. Win. He will be there. Pop flash play, but there's 3 to deal with. He gets 1. Oduris with a massive whiff. And this is not working out at all. 2 players left. They do have only 1 player to deal with in Ticket Booth, but Virtus will find the shot, and it's up to Jacob.
Jacob again. Less than a 1-on-5 this time, but doesn't have full HP. I don't know. Maybe he's looking for the Ticket Booth player. The longer he stays silent, the more Leader One has to think about. He's going to try to take the fight with Virtus. Loses it. It looks like this has just been a battle of who can remain consistent, because we've seen nice things out of Oduris, then we've seen him whiff some pretty critical shots. But both teams have that vampire blood right now, Chad. They're hard to kill.
Yep. This is looking very interesting. Again, Leader One just going for that aggressive middle play, and Woosah just can't deal with it. They had a pop flash to try and sort it out, but again, yeah, Oduris missing that shot. Could have been a different situation, but not going to be so. And they're going to go for some aggressive middle play, but not too aggressive. This time they're actually allowing Woosah to maybe have a false sense of security, move up to that top middle box instead of peeking them before they hit that. And there we go. Virtus with the first frag. We got Fox was still up towards connector, and Virtus hitting another.
Yay, just slow on the trigger there. And I love that setup from Leader One. Nobody's done that yet. Just posting that many players up mid and then not peeking at all. It's exactly as you pointed it out. And Woosah just ran out there dry. They didn't expect the player pushed up catwalk like that, and it was an interesting peek on top of everything. Now Check and Jacob, last players up. And this is as decisive of a start as we've had in a first half of overtime. This is looking strong for Leader One. Maybe if they could close out 3-0, we might have a victor. But given how back and forth this match has been, I have no idea. And Check, last guy up. Economic damage is not a factor. Gonna have to clutch or bust this round. And we'll get the first one, just 16 HP left though. Doesn't have enough time to go back to the bomb site. So it's going to be 23-21 in favor of Leader One. We haven't seen a 3-0 yet.
No, we have not, but Leader 1 is now 1 away from doing exactly that. And yeah, maybe that will be the difference maker. You can see T-side not looking good monetarily speaking. Losing those 2 rounds and buying pretty much everything means this is going to give an awesome chance for Leader 1 to take it. Yay with 1,400. And yeah, they got a Galil, they got a Scout, Tech 9, a couple AKs, but with 2 smokes, you can't really perform any kind of real execute. You try and make something work, but Virtus gonna whiff that shot in middle. Lots of mid presence here. Virtus trying to get another shot in before being smoked off. And actually, it's a botched smoke, but Odaris tears Virtus's head off. And opener to Woosah.
I so saw that happening too. Virtus getting a little too peeky. He had the read that there was no op out at mid, but he forgot about the scout. Boost up mid. Oh, yay! Somehow takes out Josh. Josh was ready for the boost as well. Traded off by flashed up on the catwalk. Still don't know how this one's gonna end.
Oh man, Fox is gonna be playing on top of the balcony. Yay falls. He only had a couple hit points to deal with, and interesting. So Hwin and Odaris will make their way to ramp and back to Firebot. This is gonna be huge. Fox just laying in wait. And Leader 1, they secure 3 in a row. And now is it Woosah's turn? Do they go 3 in a row, Laser, and we see another OT? I don't know.
We easily could.
Right?
I want to say that Leader 1 closes it, but I have no idea how this one's gonna end. And Leader 1, whoever's, I'm not sure who. I want to say Fox is their caller. I could be wrong in that, but doing a really good job switching it up on their CT side, especially, and now on their T side, we've seen them have success in a multitude of things, but just unable to close. So what are they going to open up with first? Are they going to test the op of Odaris at mid? They've been doing a good job of nullifying it, just putting smokes in his face, forcing him to fall back. We've seen Woosah with some interesting answers to that, shifting Odaris after the smoke comes down over towards the B side. We've seen so much this match. I have no idea what both teams are going to go with at the beginning.
Man, look at the frag sheet right now. Fox and Josh both at 40 for their lineup. No one hitting that quite yet on the Woosah front, but yay, 4 away. And yeah, we played a lot of rounds here on Mirage, and well, we'll see if it's going to come to a close here and now. Double up look yet again, Hwin and Odaris. Odaris heading over towards B. And looking back into regulation, there was that round where he pushed up aggressively, but doesn't look like he needs to this time around. Virtus drops, and he's been a pretty crucial element to that T side. See if they can bring it back on a 4-on-5.
I don't think Virtus expected to meet an op up there. Woosah going with that double op setup. I would say it got him in trouble before, but then they won the round when they had no money, so I guess I can't say that. Let's check the only man. He's forced to peek here. He's burning to death, and he gets out of there. Interesting. It will be revealed that there's a player there, but 2 players from the market, and there's no smokes up. Odaris peeking wide, and now Hwin. They didn't expect the second one to be there. 2-on-4. I don't even know if they're going to get that plant.
Yeah, looks like they will be able to secure it. Josh BM going to try and lock down the door. Taken down by Jacob. Flash step looking for the trade, but he won't be able to find it. Jacob taking him down in the end, and Woosah, that's 1 round. Need 2 more now on their CT front.
We're going quadruple OT, Chad.
All right, this is about to get interesting.
I don't know if I've ever had to say quintuple overtime.
Right? Yeah, this is getting a little bit crazy.
I've never gotten to sound that smart before. I mean, who says quintuple?
Yeah, so that would be again moving into OT number 4. Got just AKs on Leader 1. And they're just going to head out A ramp quickly here. Dry take from Leader 1. Risky stuff, but they take down Ye. Hwin all alone with this op at stairs.
What a way to go out with just a dry A take. It makes your A players feel silly that they weren't ready for it, but how can you be ready for it? Leader 1 haven't done this. And now the plant comes down. Can Woosah retake? Or will Leader 1 deny that quadruple overtime? Jacob almost burns to death down to just 2 HP. Odaris picks up 1, traded off by Verdi. Is this it? Jacob evens it back out. Time is ticking. And the around the world flank from Flash Step. It looks like he'll get there in time too.
Yeah, this is going to be massive. As long as they can hold off until Flash Step comes in, and indeed, here he goes. He misses the shot on the diffuser, and they still have check on it. He wins the round. The bravery from Czech just sticks it, and yeah, Flash Step had a minor opportunity, or to be fair, it's major, because it would have more than likely won them around if he finds the diffuser, but they protect him, and that's what matters.
That's 2 unbelievable defuses from Woosah this game. Don't forget, it seems like an eternity ago, but Woosah had the 10-second ninja defuse. I forget who it was. But, oh, now Leader 1's just going to come out dry again, but quicker out A. Is Leader 1 buckling at this point? Are we looking at quad overtime? I think we are. Win and Yay shutting it down.
Oh my god.
And we're seeing quadruple overtime, folks.
24-24. This is... The players at this point are like, what is going on? Well, we're going to be gifted with another overtime here. Overtime 4 about to go live. So, what is even the new... So now they're looking for 28. 27 all is going to be our ticket to the 5th overtime. If that is going to become a reality. Is there not a point where we can just do 1v1 shootouts? Like, just just take it to duels in middle and just have it go... No, not going to work out that way, but... Could just pull the NHL route and just be like, alright, just shootouts. None of this overtime business.
You could always go Gladiator. You just send one man mid at a time. Just one round to end it. Well, there's definitely no shootout kind of style here in Counter-Strike. Somebody has to win, and you know things are going the distance when your math is getting tested. Everybody's kind of accustomed. Right. Like you could say, you know, like 2, 4, 6, or 2, 4, 8, 16, and name all the denominations upwards until a certain amount. It's the same deal for overtime here. I'm getting a bit confused after this. I might not be able to snap call the amount of overtime round needed. But man, I haven't seen this in quintuple. It's potential because both teams are just folding, just buckling when they have a chance to close, and Leader 1's calling in the end. You have to raise questions about that. They just got shut down. All right, it worked out at the beginning, I suppose, coming out dry onto the A bomb site, but then they call it again and quicker to try to close it. So is the caller under too much duress now for Leader 1? And for Woosah CT side, both teams CT side hasn't been looking the most crisp. So I have no idea what's going to happen here, Chad.
Yep. So here we go as we move into our 4th overtime. I knew someone in chat would call me out for that, gifted with her 4th overtime. I was going to say some people might figure it a burden, but I think this match is pretty exciting. If you don't think so, well, that's your own opinion. But I think this has been pretty exciting thus far as we move into our 4th and double op look again from Woosah. They're not going to give that up. And how do they play it? Odurus not in B this time around. Win going to be in CT spawn, and Odurus will be flashed off of that angle. He still and he finds Flash Step through the smoke. I was just going to point out how we're not seeing a lot of those through the smoke plays from Odurus, and then he pulls it off.
And he misses his flick onto the second one, so it is evened out. Woosah still have 2 members mid. They might peek together here in a moment. Leader 1 doing the play where they get mid control, then they fall back and collapse onto the A bomb site. But I like Woosah's chances if they could deal with Jacob. But Jacob forced to fall off because of the potential B threat. But still there is check. Leader 1 take a long time when they shift over towards the A bomb site, and they leave enough time to even flank up the catwalk. Fox gets dropped by check. There is another player at mid for Leader 1. Well, what does that make Woosah think? Because Czech was trying to, or excuse me, Fox was trying to work up into the B bomb site. So yeah, Jacob now forced to go back and at least check that B bomb site, but the A collapses on.
And Ye is not hitting Char here. Josh BM's not helping him though, but it doesn't look like he'll need the help when that CT spawn falls in very quickly. Czech finds himself all alone, and he can't get through that crawl space.
That was a sick peek. He almost B-hopped his way through that.
Yeah, honestly, there's ways to make it through that quicker than not, and, well, he swiftly made it on through, but still goes down, and Leader 1 with their first T-side round here in quadruple overtime.
I haven't seen somebody try to hit the crawl space that hardcore There was a old school thing on Source and Nuke where if you had to have the timing down just a millisecond, so clean, and you have to jump through the Nuke window and try to make it out and peek into the hut. But never seeing that map again for good reason. Is Odaris is out through the smoke again. This is what we saw versus Nexus. And maybe Woosah are the ones to close.
Yeah, that one he got from Connector. To be fair, it wasn't through a smoke, but he was standing in a fire, so all the more pressure in that regard. But swift shot onto a player trying to cross towards the top boxes in middle. And now they're going to be rotating back through T-spawn. Josh has been huge in this underpass position in previous rounds, back in regulation. So if you can find that timing again, Odaris, I'm sure, has nightmares about him coming up from the connector. And again, it is wide open for that kind of play. Right now, 3 on B for Woosah. Just the heavy leaning towards that bomb site, but a little bit of intel, and they're going to be pulled off. You can see Jacob now back at A. Going to perform, or have a little bit better of a defense. Josh BM looking for his timing, and he finds it. That is massive.
And there's a player near the catwalk, but he fell off. Now Josh BM, the one caught out with a nade. Woosah getting that frag. That's yay. And now Win with one as well. His position has been exposed that he's dark spot, but he peeks out onto flash step, and Woosah looking to make this 25-25. You can't ask for a closer match. And definitely the most overtime I've seen in some time. Birdie not done with this round. I don't know how he gets any more kills without getting traded out. There's this op from Palace. He needs to expose himself a whole lot of his model sticking out, but then the trade would be imminent. Doesn't have a choice, though. I think he has enough money. I mean, they just won the last one, so he might as well go for it. And he will try. 25-25, as even as it gets, Chad.
Indeed, and actually, that op going over to the CT side means they will have a double op setup again, so good news for Woosah in that regard. Win and Odaris will be able to play with those yet again. And yeah, Odaris finding that opener. Big play from him, and we're not able to deal with those players in that A bomb site. And here we go with another round. Leader 1, 2 towards the A ramp. The bomb as well. Flash step up in Palace. They're gonna fall off the angle though on that CT side. Odaris and Ye had pushed aggressively up, but they're gonna fall on back. Odaris to CT spawn. Ye to middle. And this setup, the Woosah just banking on a B-side play here from Leader 1.
Yeah, only one man at A. Odaris. Ye will be at the stairs area, but the smokes are going to be deployed from Leader 1. It's going to be Odaris having to come up massive. I'm trying to think which team has choked more to close it out. I want to say Leader 1, but Woosah definitely had their chance. Odaris. There's going to be a smoke up, or at least there should be. Looking at the T-side smokes. Oh, they botched one of them. I think that one was for the jungle. So there will be a gap there. We'll see if Ye can find it. No, it was for stairs, but Flashed Up gets the kill anyways. Leader 1 with both entries, Odaris.
Odaris needs to come up massive. He spots a player at connector, takes down Josh BM. Flash step at Firebox falls as well, and Odaris is not done yet. Takes down Curtis. He's looking for another. Quinn with the final shot, but Odaris in the one round that he needs to come up absolutely enormous. He does so.
That fourth shot.
Oh my god.
My voice is going to get wrecked from this one, Chad. That fourth shot was amazing. The guy has the killer instinct. Every frag, he's just on a kill frenzy, just old school GTA style. The guy's nutty. But then at the other side, we've seen him just whiff incredibly easy shots. Man, this is getting crazy. Back and forth. Leader 1 now at the deficit, but both teams have been choke artists when it comes to closing.
Right. Oh my. Maybe that play from Odaris will put Woosah over the edge. That was so sick. I just can't believe you kind of felt it right after he hits that first connector shot. You just kind of know he's gonna go on a tear, and indeed he did. Didn't expect all 4, but just insane play. And yeah, Huynh getting that 5th one as well.
I mean, a lot of operas, the reaction to the first shot after getting that first shot is to kind of shell up and just look for somebody to peek them. Look for somebody that's trying to trade off onto them. Odaris says, no, I'm just going to keep pushing. So he pushes up to the fire when he was back at the other boxes and just continues to peek. In that 4th shot, the flick was godlike. I haven't seen an op round. That makes me want to pick up an op, Chad. It makes me want to play again.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. Yes, hop up on the firebox, just the entire thing. Yeah, you guys will definitely see that clip. Do not worry. Yes.
I think as Jim Ross says, the whole shebang-a-bang.
Yeah, exactly. Be able to review it all very soon. Well, Woosah is up around, moving into their T front, and we've seen a lot of good T-side play from them, so maybe this is it, Laser. Maybe the end is near.
But every time you think,
so.
every time you think one of these teams are going to be able to ride the momentum, you see them do something sick. Like we got the ninja diffuses out of Woosah, some of the very definitive rounds out of Leader 1 when they go for their pushes and it works really well. And then Odaris is op. Sometimes it looked like it's heating up, and then it just looks like he's forgotten how to op for a moment. Just back and forth, no way to predict this. Potential quintuple overtime.
Almost. Yeah, just both teams just swinging, and it kind of comes down to consistency in a lot of regards. If we see one team just consistently performing at OT, I feel like they take it. But we've just had enough kind of choke from one team and another to just continue on here. So, well, we'll see if this is going to be it. Woosah on their T front. Odaris coming off of an insane round. Leader 1. Do they have what they need to put out that fire? That is the question. Virtus picking up that op, and interesting decision again. We'll see Virtus not go with full utility with that op.
I don't like that. I mean, you gotta buy up full. You gotta plan on winning the round. But I suppose he's giving himself just a security blanket to have another op in the next round. But having not that much utility, no head armor. I guess a couple of members of Leader 1 are going with head armor. Safer route.
Look at this play though. Fox and Flashtep already gaining so much intel.
Woosah has usually been good at this timing of executing just before it becomes a problem. And yeah, we're going to see that now. The flank will be on. Woosah, again, has been doing an okay job of dealing with these flanks. But now comes the take. Josh BM with the first kill. Smokes are all deployed. They leave connector open. Interestingly enough, the bomb goes down, but Verdi from the ticket booth, I don't think they can hold this.
Virtus with another one. Jacob has to come up with the clutch of a lifetime. Finds one, but that'll be it. And to be fair, it wasn't a clean one onto Flashtep either. But that'll be the round. Leader 1 picking it up, and 26 all we go. And what was our new number again? What are we looking for? 28? 29? Okay, yeah, 28, because it was 24 all. 20, yeah, 25 was the winning number on the last one, so 24. Yeah, 28 is what we're looking for. 27 makes all the sense of the world. Excuse our god-awful math, but it happens. As, yeah. I don't know. I just don't use math that much anymore, Laser. I usually have a calculator, so
right.
Just outing myself there, but
everybody's mantra as a kid: when am I ever going to use this in real life? Well, I bet your teacher, if he told you Counter-Strike, you'd think he was a wizard. Right. 26-26. Aggression again by Leader 1. Woosah, they are tentative here. They're worried about the aggression coming out from Leader 1, and we've seen this quite a bit. The pop flash timing was perfect. Win falls, and Leader 1 now set to take the 27th round. But Woosah still with 4 players up. Looks like they're not done faking this A bomb site, and 4 players are here from Leader 1. If they can keep them here and then drop Flashtep, who has been looking shaky at this B bomb site, they're still in this.
Yeah, so Char playing from the stairs. It comes down to how quickly do they shut this down if it is going to be... Okay, no, Czech is now going to execute into B, and they've decided to move it on back. The bomb now heading on through. Czech finds one, and how to sell a fake 101. Try and at least get one frag, and they did find it. And now they take down the one player Fox inside of A. Bomb site gifted to them.
That was so sick by Czech. How does he get that kill jumping out? Flash, that has to be angry. Odaris getting aggressive, and Odaris fashion pushing up into the jungle. He doesn't know which side this player's on, and Leader 1 are gonna looks like they're gonna take this one as well. Jacob, last player up, spots one at the ticket, free frag, second one, excellent spray transfer, and now Char to finish. He still thinks he's in the bomb site though. Char's gonna spend so much time. No, the Molotov comes around, and now Char knows where he is, but the defuse is on. Jacob, he has to peek soon. Char, is he gonna hop out? Jacob burns himself to death in overtime. Oh, kill me now, Chad.
did that just happen? Jacob just... So for one, that Molotov did not reach the bomb, and two, he runs into it trying to stop the defuse that he basically created a scenario for Char to go for with that Molotov. Oh my goodness.
Knees weak, Chad, knees weak.
Right? That's difficult to watch, as Jacob created a winnable situation, just can't complete it in the end, and leader one moving up to 27.
Oh my god.
We're gonna see another OT here?
It wouldn't surprise me now, after that round, if leader one somehow choke. Oh boy, what's gonna happen here?
Straight and back and forth.
Leader one pushing up mid, Woosah to deal with it. It's 1-for-1 so far. Josh BM continuing to peak. That battle's huge. Leader one walk away with the advantage. One player to fake over towards B. Now Verdi onto Ye. But one player to fake again. That's Check. He did a fantastic job last time. Jacob, the man who just burned himself to death, gonna be left to clutch. And I don't know if he's got it in him after that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Got something to prove. Check yet again, finding the one frag. Could be required to pull this rotation, and here we go. Virtus will head on back, but he's all alone. Jacob definitely without the range advantage on his weapon, but drops the smoke towards CT. Looking. Oh, Flash Step didn't spot him on the catwalk. Josh PM's gonna be a freebie. So 1v2 now. His position obviously known. Deathcam being a situation where Jacob needs to try and play off of it here.
Question is,
now,
how does leader one find a way to lose this?
Right? How does this work out? So he's got an avenue to B. He doesn't necessarily know that, but he's going to be heading back into CT spawn. Virtus thinking he's wise to the situation, slowly peeking the angle, and Jacob finds the frag. 1v1 versus Flash Step.
I can't believe this. Flash Step spotting the cross. Jacob spots him out. Jacob going for the plant. Looking to make up for last time. 42 HP remaining. Both players reloading. Full clip now. Jacob flashes over. Flash Step dodges it. Jacob still sitting behind the bomb site. It does Flash Step. No, he's peeking around. Can Jacob do this? We're looking at quintuple overtime. Chad.
I can't believe Jacob pulls off the clutch. From coming off a round where he burns himself to death and then clutching where he starts off with the Tech 9. What is going on in this match? Will it ever... Do we have to start This Is the Match That Never Ends? Start like a jingle or something? This is honestly ridiculous. We've got a 5th overtime.
I'm looking at that 3-on-1 and I'm thinking, how does leader one find a way to do this? And I was confident in their abilities to do so, because they've been in that position, I think, 3 times now. I want to say 3, maybe even 4. Woosah, my memory is obviously failing at this point, but leader one have been in at least more positions to close than Woosah has. I can't believe what we're seeing. This match has been absolutely bonkers. Can't think of a better word. We've had 2 crazy ninja defuses out of Woosah. Jacob has a sick 1-on-3 after burning himself alive.
Got
a 1-on-1.
Got everything. What else can he ask for, right, out of a match? Man. Well, 54 rounds have been played out on Mirage, and we don't have a victor. 54 rounds.
I don't know if I've ever casted this long of an overtime.
No. Yeah, I think we've had maybe... I know I've done triple. I don't know about quad and...
I know I've done it at least a 25.
Oof. Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I'm thinking as well. So, this is quite the match we're witnessing. And just going to have to wait for Char to ready up.
And I think the more overtimes we see, the more it's going to have an effect on the next match. Because when you go this far, you go this deep, you come back from so many situations. Because both teams have been on the heels of defeat, or the jaws of defeat, and then both teams have been on the verge of victory. So whoever drops this, moving into map number 2, is just going to be so depressed.
When did this match... Okay, this match started... Is it 2 hours and 15 minutes? No way. My math has got to be off there. It started at 9
I think we started like 20 minutes late. So,
okay, so
about 2 hours now.
Still 2 hours. Man, that is incredible. And being on the first map out of a best of 3 still. Well, we got a long night ahead of us, folks. Hope you're buckled in for the ride as Fox.
Bathroom's calling you. My babe's calling me, Chad.
Right, Fox with the underpass push as... That was looking quite squirrely, but it will be a 1-for-1. Fox taking down Check, but Ye capitalizes thereafter, and man, that was very interesting. Yeah, Fox loves to go with that underpass play if he can make it work and has the spawn for it. And you can see Czech just confused, as generally if you throw that pop flash in the way that the T's did, you can flash them before they peek that corner. But yeah, Fox with the spawn of a lifetime.
Woosah gonna boost a player up. They don't have anybody on the wings of the map. So if they take, they're just gonna have to frag out from jungle and connector or catwalk. There's the start they need. Josh BM falls. Still nobody on a wing. Woosah, are they falling back with the bomb, or is it a catwalk commitment win, as well as Odaris falling back at mid, worrying that somebody may be on the flank? I think they're going to group up towards the B side. Both teams have done a good job once they get mid control of kind of lurking and settling back, but Jacob goes before he's supposed to. Josh BM is much better in that role, it seems.
Oh, Char peeks out towards catwalk, takes down Ye, and this makes things very difficult. As it's going to be Huyn and Odaris with 20 seconds. Odaris with them utility, but they have to find this pick on a Char. He's just playing for the drop. This is so difficult to deal with, and already Odaris falls. Huyn will not be able to make anything work. And that's Char with the double kill. Leader 1 will be able to take their first CT round here in the 5th overtime.
Chad, before this match started, if it was under 2 hours, I was going to have a chance to make it to the liquor store.
Would have been a good night, right?
But that is clearly not the case. It is already 15 minutes past, and we still don't have a first map victor. This has been insane in Fox. This is a way to switch it up. He double downs back to back. He's pushing underpass, and I don't think Woosah are going to be ready for it. Which way is Fox going to go? Either way has a lot to pick up. Yeah, he does take down the first man Czech, but he didn't know the bomb was there.
Czech's got to be so upset about that. He was the one that called him out on his spawn in the last round, and then he does it again and kills him. Czech has got to be fuming. So, leader 1. This time Fox finds the frag, gets out of there safely, and the advantage that he's gained, actually Josh BM has gained, to be fair, as they're heading towards T-spawn. But again, Woosah will execute before that flank really comes in. So they have a small window to make this work.
And the smokes look good. Fox looking for a window. He backs up into the Molotov. Not the way you want to back up. Virtus from CT picks up a kill. So no ticket control for the T's. And we do have a flank underway as well. That's Josh BM. That's the first one. But now Ye from the sandwich tries to avoid getting traded by Josh BM. He does. But still, only 2 players left for Woosah. They're going to be down 2-0 if they drop this. Ye from the sandwich getting sandwiched in by so many players. And now 29-27 favor of leader 1. But they've been here before, Chad.
Indeed they have. Man, what a round. Virtus with 3 there. I'm confused how Josh BM was able to kill Odaris, and Ye peeked wide from sandwich with his back to A ramp. For one, Josh BM didn't get that frag, and Ye able to survive somehow, but just the miscommunication that you wouldn't recognize that there is a player that's just waiting. They would love for someone to peek from sandwich. But not going to work out. It's going to be leader 1, taking it in 29-27. We'll see how this works out. Look at the Galil buy. I got 2 on the field for the T side. They got not a lot of utility either.
They've been good with this amount of money, though.
That's true. That is a very true statement. And, well, they've got a lot of middle players to deal with. Check the first one to go down. And this might prompt the say execute, and indeed it does.
Are we going to see our first 3-0? Will that end it? I don't even know at this point. With the bomb site now for Woosah, they do get the bomb down safely. Player rushing into ticket. He doesn't look behind him. Oh, Darius, how does he miss that? Virtus bayonets him with that AWP, but Woosah's setup looks okay.
So 4 on 3. Yay. Playing from the palace. Peeks, doesn't spot anybody. He goes down to flash step immediately, and Jacob falls. Leader 1 on 30 rounds now. 1 T-side round to close things out. 1 round.
Only one. Only one, Chad. They got it in their name. And how do they find a way to lose out from here is my question. This should be it. You gotta think. 30-27. They got 3 chances to close this out. Their T-side, very dynamic so far. Some of the calls have been iffy. Some of them have looked genius. I mean, on one of the overtimes, I usually don't have to cite more than one overtime, but on one of the overtimes, Leader 1 had a chance to close it out, and they double down towards the A-bomb site. They go in dry as a way to switch it up, and then they double down and go faster and dry in the round following. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Either way, they paid for it. Now they got another chance, and this time 3 rounds to try to just get one. I don't know, Chad. Are we going for that 6?
I really don't know. I'm actually looking at the match page right now just to see actually how, because at this point it's just a bit of a blur. All those overtimes going through things. There was another 3-0 on that CT side, and I think we just saw again the 3 on the opposite CT side that brought it back.
Was?
So there was, yeah. Because I heard you say, I'm like, I think I'm just. To be fair, the way that the CEVO match page throws in these overtimes, like it thinks that the second half is OT2 when indeed it's not. So I think that was overtime. I think it was overtime 3. Again, at this point, things are quite a blur.
Get out of there, Chad.
Yeah, we're going to see if Leader 1 can close, as they've got 1 round required to do so. Woosah got their work cut out for them.
I'm just ready to see 60
rounds.
Right? Somehow lose it. It's gonna happen, Chad. How does Leader 1 drop the ball this time? Double up set up by Woosah. Heading towards the B bomb site. Like a strong B play as the bomb and another. Nobody towards the A bomb site, so it doesn't look like this will be a fake. Woosah, though, they've gone for a double apartments peek. Leader 1 getting that mid control. We have Jacob inside of the ladder. He's died getting here before. Check with the first frag. Looking good for Woosah. And now Jacob's going to have his turn as he's pushed up in the ladder. First player doesn't check it. The trade is there. Still 2 players in the B bomb site for Woosah.
Oh, Naduris lands. Josh PM gonna fall. Fox still trying to make it up the catwalk. Virtus needs to help out. He spots Check on the end of the balcony, then he just wants to head back. It's like, nope, having none of that. But he loses his teammate. That looks so goofy.
How do you not commit in that situation? How do you... I guess I can't kind of test any player's mental fortitude at this point, because this is just getting silly at this point. Virtus, when his team is already committed, decides to fall back, and then he's not waiting long enough to make it look like he could have fallen all the way back to the A-bomb site, as he might burn to death, forced to make some noise. 19 HP, and he spooked Chad. He spooked himself.
This is not looking good for... Oh, nice tap there on a Check and onto Huyn.
No way.
Needs to find all heads, though. Odaris with an off. If you... Okay, Odaris will hit the shot and closes out the chaotic situation Virtus was creating, but those are some nice shots coming out. Woosah with the first. 2 away from the 6th overtime.
The 6th overtime. This might be the only time in 2016 you'll be saying that, Chad.
Right?
This is absolutely nutty. I've never casted this long of an overtime before. Woosah again. 2 AWPs. What's the play this time from Leader 1? And kind of got picked apart, moving up into the B side. And Huyn will pick up the first one. Looks like that one was through a smoke as well. Somebody trying to deal with it at the mid boxes, but we'll get the smoke down, it seems. With Char looking for something to work from at mid. Mid control for Leader 1, but they didn't get any frags all the while. So down a man once again before their actual commitment begins.
And we're going to play Huyn out of window. They've got a smoke down, and actually they boost Josh BM. Last time we saw this, I don't expect you guys to remember, it was a long time ago, but Josh BM in one of the first rifle rounds really played Odaris in this position in window. It's Huyn this time around, but maybe he can find the same success. He played it so patiently. But we'll see if that timing works out in this scenario. The rest of his team looking to come through a ramp.
The timing. Josh BM's been a wizard with this timing before. Huyn peeking back towards the mid window. I'd be shocked if he could pick that up. If he could find the timing on the Josh, but it's got to be eerily familiar here. First frag for Flash Step. Yay, trading from under the balcony. Now Josh BM's timing. It's good. He gets the second one onto Yay. Woosah, can they do this? If Leader 1 find a way to lose this one too, Chad, we're looking at 7 overtimes. Or 6.
All right. Well, Woosah, time to step up to the plate. It's Jacob, and fire is not his friend. Already take him down a little bit. Bomb's been planted, and we have a victor, laser.
I don't believe it, Chad.
It has finished 31-28. That is absolutely incredible.
Josh can say he dropped a 58 bomb with the
Right.
straight face.
That exactly. He would not be kidding anyone. Well, guys, map number 1 will be closed out. Leader 1 taking it, as that was an endurance racer match if I've ever seen one. So Cash is going to be our next match, or next map rather. I'm already going delirious at this point. It is going to be our next map, and it is Woosah's map choice. Dust 2 is still our third one if required. But we are going to take a short break here, but when we return, map number 2.